Start them strong. Harness the benefits. Learn more at cvacoop.com. Central Valley Ag, the official co-op of Husker Nation.
The color red means something to us. It means tough, ready, and powerful. It means our standards are high, and we expect the highest level of performance on and in the field. So while the Huskers are getting it done on the football field, you can count on Massey Ferguson tractors to get it done in your field. With its seamless CVT transmission and efficient AGCO-powered engine, you'll keep charging down the field all season long. Check out the full line of Massey Ferguson equipment at Osceola Implement in Osceola and True Ag and Turf in Falls City, Columbus, and Osmond.
This is Big Red Football.
Nebraska football fans know what it takes to be the best. You've got to handle the heat, power through the cold, read the pressure. Same goes for the Techs at John Henry's. They're trusted to perform when it's all on the line. When winter's driving hard and your furnace fumbles. When your thermostat is in the red zone. When the power goes out before the final whistle. Make the easy call.
Call 435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing. Heating and air.
And electrical.
This is your Nebraska State Treasurer here to let you know how you can tackle college savings with Nest 529 Education Savings. Nothing opens the door to big dreams like higher education. When your child's dreams start turning into real-world ambitions, you can be ready by enrolling in a Nest 529 account. With Nest 529, you can enjoy multiple tax benefits with a convenient, easy-to-manage account offering multiple investment options. Enroll today at nest529.com. It's the perfect game plan.
You expect your home to protect everything you love, but you don't expect the ways water is breaking down your crawl space and damaging your home. Musty smells, sagging floors, mold are just a few signs your crawl space is compromised. But there's one way to get answers to all your concerns. A free home inspection from Groundworks. We put water back in its place. Get your free inspection at groundworks.com. License number C142293.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Feel like you're always on the run? Me too. As an independent financial professional, I help all kinds of busy people. Young families planning for college, couples working toward retirement, people securing their legacy. Wherever you are in life, Emeritus can help you get more out of life with insurance, employee benefits, and financial services. You're moving fast. Let's help make sure you're on the path to a fulfilling life. Find your next step at emeritus.com. Insurance products issued by Emeritus Life Insurance Corp.
You're listening to the Pre-Kickoff Show, brought to you by the Nebraska Lottery on the Huskers Radio Network.
Marching band just wrapping up the national anthem here at State College, getting set for Nebraska and Penn State. Now it's time for tonight's starting lineups presented by Nebraska Soybean and Nebraska Farm Fact. Nebraska soybeans are an innovative alternative to petroleum in many everyday products. First, for the offense for the Huskers. Huskers come in 7-3, 4-3 in conference. TJ Lateef, of course, his second career start, second Nebraska true freshman to win their debut against a conference opponent. Last 2009 was Cody Green. Meanwhile, in the backfield, Emmett Johnson looking for a fourth consecutive 100-yard rushing performance. Be the first Husker to do that since Amir Abdullah in 2014. That Heisman watch is certainly front and center here for number 21, and he will get a heavy load tonight. Wide receiving core, usual suspects. Ja'Cory Barney, 8 receptions away from 100 in his career. Had 4 2 weeks ago against UCLA. Dane Keem is looking for his 20th career touchdown if he can grab one tonight. The former Kentucky Wildcat will see the start along with Isaiah Hunter. In 4 of his last 5 games has had at least 5 receptions. At the tight end spot, Luke Lindenmeyer having a career year with 26 grabs for just under 290 yards. Will get the start at tight end. Left to right, you heard Jess talk about it. Not a whole lot of conversation around the offensive line, which is a good thing. You're starting to settle in with this group. Elijah Pritchett at left tackle, Henry Lutalski at left guard, Justin Evans at center, Rocco Spindler at right guard, and Turner Corcoran gets another start at right tackle. Meanwhile, for the Black Shirts, led by John Butler. Last time he was here, he was a defensive coordinator, 2013, getting that opportunity this year for a Black Shirt defense under 20 points per game given up. That's 25th in the country. Look up front. Cam Lenhart will see the start. Possibly could see Williams Winery. It's sort of a toss-up between those two. At the nose, you have Elijah Judy. Keona Davis also will see the start. Keona coming off one of his better games at the Rose Bowl 2 weeks ago. Jess also mentioning Deshaun McCullough's off that injury report. He's in uniform and will start tonight at that jack position. Two linebackers, Javen Wright, who's had a tremendous season. 5 of his last 7 games, he's had at least 10 tackles. He's the 7th-year senior, had 9 tackles against UCLA. Has 72 for the season, 7.5 tackles for loss. Meanwhile, Vincent Shavers will see the start at the other backer. Nickelback, that is Sierra Wright, who's had a incredible season as he's showcasing himself, the 5th-year senior, for the next level. At the corners, Andrew Marshall, along with Donovan Jones. You have the youngin' in Donovan Jones, the redshirt freshman, sees another start for him, 8th consecutive. At the Rover safety, Deshaun Singleton. Rex Guthrie also will get the start at the other safety, 13 tackles away from the Nebraska freshman tackle record. So for the Huskers, it is the usual suspects looking for that 8th win here tonight against a Penn State team that they have not played since 2020. Just looking out into the environment, that's been a big point of conversation this week. Student section, it's pretty thin right now as it starts to fill out. We're still 9.5 minutes until we get this thing kicked off between these two, but boy, there's a lot of empty bleacher seating at the current moment. Near side, you see a lot of red. You see a lot of Husker fans here in State College as well, and they travel per usual to this iconic venue. Matt Rule, the homecoming for him. A lot of storylines coming into this one, but first things first, Nebraska tries to beat Penn State for a 2nd consecutive time. We'll step aside, and when we come back, we'll have the coin toss, and we'll kick this thing off. Marching band still going through the routine on this natural grass surface, and this should be a fun one tonight, so stick with us. Kickoff is coming up in just a matter of moments on the Huskers Radio Network.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Nebraska companies know that treating people like family is good business. At Medica, protecting families is our specialty. We care for your employees by offering affordable health plans with the benefits they need and the local doctors they trust. And we treat everyone on your team as a person, not a number. After all, that's how you do business too. With Medica, you're not just covered, you're cared for. Find out more at medica.com.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Nebraska Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
It's not a job. I don't start my day by logging in or end my shift by punching out. I don't have a corner office, but I do have a seat with a view. I get to see every sunrise and every sunset. And while I may technically be my own boss, I fully accept that I am not in charge. I'm a Nebraska corn farmer, and there's nothing else I would rather be.
Brought to you by the Nebraska Corn Board.
RE/MAX is the official real estate partner of Nebraska Athletics, and we understand there's a number for everything: square footage, down payment, interest rates. But how do you measure the trust you have in your agent? For a RE/MAX agent, it's not about numbers on a contract. It's being a trusted RE/MAX agent. That means you'll get honest advice, expert guidance, and someone who's committed to your success. Because while numbers count, trust is what truly matters. RE/MAX, the official real estate partner of Nebraska Athletics. Each office independently owned and operated.
Let's pause 15 seconds for station identification on the Huskers Radio Network.
You're listening to the Pre-Kickoff Show, brought to you by the Nebraska Lottery on the Huskers Radio Network.
We welcome you to Happy Valley inside Beaver Stadium. It's the final road test of the regular season with the Nebraska Cornhuskers and the Penn State Nittany Lions getting set to clash for the first time in 5 seasons. Hi, everyone, and welcome inside the broadcast booth, including two-time national champ. That's Damon Benning. Jessica Cootie is down on the sidelines. I'm Kyle Crooks. Ben McLaughlin also to my right as well. Stats Rockstar getting set for a big one tonight. Huskers enter in 7-3, 4-3 in the Big Ten. Two massive brands, of course, in college football. In a rare meeting, there's so many connections between these two programs, but I know we sort of roll our eyes now when it comes to talking about Coach Rule's connections with Penn State. Let's talk about this game tonight, Damon Benning. You have TJ Lateef in his second career start. On the flip side, Ethan Grunkemeyer, he's a young guy for Penn State. He has the opportunity for his 5th career start. What are your expectations and what we might see in 60 minutes of football?
Yeah, so I think you're going to see some ups and downs, a little ebb and flow here. I think, you think the second start, it's on the road. He may be a little bit better than he was a couple of weeks ago against UCLA. And it's not just because Penn State's a better defense. It's just there's more tape and there's time for preparation. And I get it. Penn State played Michigan State a week ago. And so how much preparation can there be? Any film is better than no film. And Penn State has that on TJ Lateef. So the challenge this week for Nebraska will be, don't get outside yourselves. Don't do anything that you're not capable of doing. Try to double down on the process in terms of making the young quarterback comfortable.
And doubling down on fundamentals, especially defensively. No arm tackles tonight because those arm tackles will go into explosive plays with these Penn State backs.
Absolutely. Between the pair, obviously, Katron Allen is the bell cow. He'll get the bulk of the line, no pun intended, the lion's share of the work. But I tell you, Singleton out of the backfield as a pass catcher can be a thorn in the side if the Huskers aren't careful.
It's time for the channel view from the field as we look down to our right amidst a thinned out student section waving those blue and white pom-poms. The Penn State team is sort of bobbing and just swaying back and forth in that tunnel to our right. The Huskers will emerge from the tunnel to our left. A lot of the fans that are here are wearing white. Fireworks shooting off as the Nittany Lions make their way onto the field. And in front of them, those Penn State flags. And also, here come the Huskers, led by TJ Lateef onto this natural grass surface. And Lateef getting set for another big night in his football career. That view from the field was presented by Channel Seat Pros. Always show up for farmers all season long with personalized insights and support to maximize performance. Learn how Channel can show up for you at channel.com. It's clear, DB, that this team is rallied around TJ Lateef.
Yeah, it's just the joy in terms of playing football. There's a difference between happiness and joy. Happiness typically comes from what's happening, which means you're probably a victim of your environment. Joy comes from seeing others flourish. This team is playing with joy, and tonight they'll need all of it. The crowd, I am a little taken aback. I thought it would be light. This is not near what I even thought it would be. It's important for Nebraska to draw on what little energy they can kind of muster from their own fans and thrive on what they're not getting from the Nittany Lion home fans.
Some context, some of the students have went home for Thanksgiving. But we're going to send it down to the field. Now it's time for the coin toss. Here's Jessica Cootie.
All right, captains for Penn State, Tyler Juszanski, Zane Durant, Dominic DeLuca, and Nick Dawkins. For the Huskers, game day captains, Deshaun Singleton, Marquez Watson, Trent, Sierra Wright, Elijah Judy, and Dane Key. Let's send things over to the head referee, Ron Snodgrass.
This is the head. The Big Ten logo is the tail. What's your call? It's called tails and it'll hit the ground.
Deshaun Singleton is the speaking captain today.
Penn State won the toss. Penn State won the toss.
All right, so Penn State wins the toss. They defer to the second half. So Black Shirt's going to be on the field here to start this game. And guys, pay attention to the sideline here. They're about to have a sideline party to get the juices going here. All the staff, all the players trying to get fired up here to start this game.
Yeah, and for Nebraska, They will get the ball here to start, so Penn State will defer, and those are some of the issues we saw early in the year, not able to win the coin toss here tonight. So it will be TJ Lateef who will get the opportunity to be on the field first. Opening drive, you go back to last week, you're scoring Damon touchdowns in the first 4 drives you had to begin the game against UCLA. How big would a fast start be for this offense?
Yeah, I'm typically not that guy, but with this environment, given what Penn State is facing, I'm one of those guys that don't think this is about being bowl eligible and sudden death. I think if it's anything for Penn State, it's about the pride of we are. So for Nebraska, put that to the test early. If you can't jump on them early, and again, I can't think that Penn State is motivated by the crowd or the lack thereof that they're seeing. If they're Nebraska, see if you can't deliver the first body blow. Notice that it's not a headshot, just a body blow. Soften them up early and see what you get.
Penn State 4-6 coming in, but they've been in all but one of their losses this year. Their average margin of defeat in games not against Ohio State, just 3.2 points. I mean, they've had some real gut punches, including a final drive that Indiana had here to win a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and looky here with, I didn't think Caleb was going to play. He got the IV before the game. He's back in that triangle. But look who's back in front of him, the hometown boy, and Mekhi Nelson filling in for Williams. And how about the deuce?
Yeah, does he get loose?
Can he get loose? And Ja'Cory Barney, Nebraska, playing for keeps.
Yeah, great catch there. Kenneth Williams was on the injury report to start. Looked like he was going to get a chance to go, but it's Ja'Cory Barney who's back deep here for the Huskers. Gabriel Wosu, he's big. 5th-year senior, 6'6", 297 as a kicker. Big guy.
And he'll try to get involved. Benny Mack and I were joking about the history of their kickers getting involved in tackles. He'll definitely try. He'll get down the field.
Wosu with that big frame, 10 yards away. The approach, and off we go here from Beaver Stadium. High arching kick at the 1, far right hash. It's Barney at the 5, 10. Angles left to the 15, to the 20, sprints to the 25, and pummeled down at the 29-yard line. Nice return of about 28 yards from Ja'Cory Barney. White top, scarlet pants for the Huskers tonight. White helmets, and the blue tops, white pants for Penn State.
Yeah, frustrated Barney early. He stays to his left. Boy, that might be a goalpost headbanger. Shaky special teams early for PSU. They got away with one.
Ja'Cory Nelson had the tackle for Penn State. They'll spot the football at the 29 near left hash. Emmett Johnson in the backfield, over 1,000 yards on the season. Lateef under center. Barney motions left to right. Snap and a spin, handoff. Johnson patiently moves over right guard, threads his way across the 30 for a run of 3 yards to the 32-yard line. Big defensive front. And Dennis Sutton was there to lead the charge. Also Alonzo Ford. It's a veteran big front 4 for Penn State, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, absolutely. And it doesn't look like much, but for me, that's on schedule for this football team. You want to establish the body blows early against this defensive front before they can dial up pressure.
2nd and 7, Husker 32, right to left. 3 receivers far right, 2 receivers stacked left. Johnson now sprints into the backfield, left hip of Lateef. Now vacates in motion. Wide snap Lateef. Guns it left, twisting attempt, broken up. Isaiah Hunter dropped it on a twist. Out near the 35-yard line, O'Davian Collins was there in coverage. 3rd down and 7 here on the Huskers' opening drive. Lateef, it was a bad snap from Evans to start. He had to corral it with one arm and then threw it behind Isaiah Hunter. 3rd and 7, Husker 32. Trio of receivers right. Johnson is the single back left. Luke Lindenmeyer now out of his stance. Will pop wide left. Johnson now right hip. Penn State showing pressure. Snap, and flags are down. This should be unabated to the quarterback tonight. Dennis Sutton got a big jump. Too good of a jump.
I agree with you.
That'll be a 3rd and 2, 5 yards.
The game giveth and it taketh away. And Isaiah Hunter with one he went back on the catch. Gets the 5 yards back and makes it 3rd and short.
And now a personnel switch. TJ Lateef comes off the field. Heinrich Harburg comes in. Does he take a direct snap here?
Well, without the ability on film when he comes in to play quarterback to have thrown the ball, Penn State's definitely going to be playing the run here.
Harburg.
I like the pistol set, though.
Ball at the 36-yard line. 3rd down and 2, Harburg under center. Single back Johnson. Harper takes the snap, hands off up the middle. Johnson has a first down and more. Turbo button midfield, 45-40. Left side numbers, 25-20. Along the sideline, right out of bounds. Just shy of the 10-yard line. 3rd and 2, and it's a big rip for Emmett Johnson.
Doesn't seem like much, Casey, but you want to know why they pay Coach Holgerson the bucks. I said pistol incorrectly. With Heinrich Harburg underneath center and directly behind him with Emmett Johnson, you give a two-way go with a running quarterback. It puts you in a bind right away. Excellent job of scouting for Dana Holgerson.
52 yards from number 21. At the 11 of Penn State, in a scoreless first, just underway. Latif back in under center. Deep back is Johnson. Snap from the left hash. Handoff. Johnson bobs and weaves over the center. Breaks the initial wave and speared down after a gain of 3 yards at the 8-yard line. Amari Campbell, the outside linebacker, makes the tackle. 2nd down and 7.
So take a look at the formation switch with the personnel groupings. Harburg will come back in early. Nebraska with a bye. Clearly in their bag. Let's see what we see here. But how about the opening drive? Wash, rinse, repeat, in position to get points.
The Huskers have had touchdowns in 3 consecutive game-opening drives. From the 8, 2nd and 7 near left hash. Deep back is Johnson. Latif from under center. Handoff up the middle. Johnson spears along the left hash. Turn back inside the 5 at the 3-yard line. Give them 5 yards. Another 3rd down and 2. Dominic DeLuca, the middle linebacker, provides the thunderous impact.
Yeah, if you're doing government work, take a note of the position grouping with Carter Nelson, Luke Lindemeyer, and Harburg on the field at the same time. They'll come back to that.
2nd, 3rd down and 2 of this drive inside the 5 of the Penn State 3. Opening drive and a scoreless first. 12.5 remains. Harburg now will take the direct snap. Johnson, single back right. Harburg now goes from under center. Barney in motion right to left. Harburg claims the snap. Handoff Johnson up the middle. Gets stonewalled. Tries to fight forward. Met in a gaggle of blue. And brought down just outside the 1. It'll bring up a 4th and about
a foot maybe? 2?
Yeah. 4th and 1. You can get a first down at right about the 1. You need about a half-yard line. About a half yard, I should say.
I'm going to use these new fancy binocs here, KC. We've got about half a yard here, and they've got a ton of humanity in as we see Canuck and some biggins come on in.
Hector Knock in as well. Latif back in, goes from under center. Some big bodies trucking in for Penn State from just outside the 1. A 4th down and 1. Latif under center, staggered eye to the right. Handoff Johnson over right guard. He's popped, and I think he's short. Coming up to make the hit was Zane Durant. And Nebraska's turned away inside the 5-yard line.
Boy, good old-fashioned I formation, and Penn State having none of it. Stout at the point of attack and fitting in the run game.
So we'll step aside. Long drive that had a 52-yard Emmett Johnson run that comes up short of points. Fans, Nebraska football is brought to you by Hy-Vee, proud sponsor of the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. 11:29 to go in the opening quarter. No score, Nebraska and Penn State. This is the Huskers Radio Network.
Why do we gather for the holidays? We gather because in the blur of life, we often take our blessings for granted, distracted by the noise and our own interests. We gather to slow down and reflect on what truly matters, our loved ones, and cherishing the simple moments of joy. We gather to choose gratitude. Have a blessed gathering this Thanksgiving from all of us at Shields.
Nebraska Lottery.
Hey, I heard Trucks and Bucks is back.
Yes, sir. And this year you could win one of 8 new gray trucks. People from around the state just love this game.
They do?
You bet. Just this morning, I got calls from excited players in Burwell, Sutton, Fall City, and Ralston.
Well, you can add Wilbur to the list.
You're from Wilbur?
No, that's my name.
Oh.
Hey, if you get a call from Alma, that's my aunt.
That's her name?
No, that's where she lives.
Trucks and Bucks top prize odds are 1 in 336,000.
Nebraska soybeans power everyday products, from Goodyear tires and Skechers shoes to soy-based turf and fire suppressants. These innovations replace petroleum and utilize other components of the soybean, leading to more sustainable products worldwide.
I'm Doug Sadoff, a farmer near Trumbull, Nebraska. Thanks to cutting-edge research, soybeans are now in everything from tires to turf. It's amazing to see how these advancements are unlocking new potential for our crops.
Soybeans are a win for every product and everyone. Nebraska soybeans, feeding, fueling, and innovating for the future.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Back here at Beaver Stadium, 11:29 of the first, no score. Penn State, Nebraska. The Huskers had one first down on their opening drive. Count on Medica to protect your team with affordable group health plans, flexible benefits, and the close-to-home care they want. Husker Nation, you're not just covered, you're cared for. Learn more and get a quote at Medica.com. As always, all first downs presented by Medica. Kyle Crooks, Damon Bennick, Jessica Cootie down on the sidelines. The Huskers turned away just outside the 1, so 1st and 10 for Penn State, just inside their own 2. Ethan Grunkemeyer, the redshirt freshman, out of the pistol. Single back is Katron Allen. 2 receivers left. Grunkemeyer claims the snap, heavy numbers. Handoff Allen, surfs over the left guard, and he swung down out across the 5 to the 6. Rex Guthrie beats him chest to chest, and when you get that initial contact, you have to bring number 13 down.
Yeah, that's the thing, too. You make contact at the 4, they'll snap it at almost the 6. Just keep an eye at the leaky hidden yardage.
He's 139 yards away from becoming the all-time leading rusher in Penn State history. As a run of 4 on first down. 2nd and 6, Penn State owns 6.
Nebraska's got to be patient, too, KC. If you fit it correctly, it may not yield the result you want. You got to stay with it.
2 tight ends right, 2 receivers left. Pistol snap, Grunkemeyer, turn, handoff, Allen. Cut back lane to his left, outside the right hash. Spun down by Rex Guthrie at the 10-yard line. Brings him down after a run of about 4 yards. And now an early 3rd and short, 3rd and 2 here for Penn State.
How about Nebraska going with that 5-down look early? Slanting on the move with the front. And the return of Cam Limhart, who we haven't talked about a ton here in the last handful of weeks. But you see Sticks back out there getting snaps and a 5-down.
We'll see. Assume you'll see a lot of 5-down tonight. Grunkemeyer from under center, own 10, 3rd and 2. Trio of receivers left, Grunkemeyer under center. Motion man left to right, snap, quick screen left, caught by Pena, spins his way across the 15 as a first down after a helmet-high catch to the 16-yard line. Trevor Pena, who leads the team with his 37th catch of the season, is out to the 16 after a gain of 6, first down.
Yeah, just playing the numbers game. 2 for 2 on the outside, make a block, my free guy on a free tackler. Just enough to move the sticks.
Last year, Pena led the ACC in receptions with Syracuse. 1st and 10, Penn State 16 and a scoreless first, 9.5 remains. In the far left hash, 1 wide each way. Pistol snap, Grunkemeyer, off play action, drops the throw, launches one, left side, twisting catch, Kobe Howard across the 40 along the left sideline, driven out of bounds across the 45 by Donovan Jones. They mark out Howard at the 47 for a first down. Gain of 31.
Yeah, that's what you cannot allow Penn State to do, is get vertical on you in the passing game. Little over route, playing catch behind, and you see the arm of Grunkemeyer. He can spin it when he gets time.
Yeah, he has a legit arm capable to take off and run. 1st and 10, Penn State owned 47. Grunkemeyer out of a pistol, single back Allen. 2 wide right, 2 tight ends left. Nebraska crowds the box, handoff over left tackle. Allen sweeps the edge, turns the corner. There he goes, jet to the 35-30. Allen to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Andrew Marshall runs him out of bounds. 1st and goal, Penn State at the 3-yard line. Not a great start. A drive that started at their own 2, now at the Nebraska 3.
Yeah, you got to bow your necks here defensively. Just leveraging and bodies on bodies to the boundary. Nebraska a man short. Got to Donovan Jones takes an inside angle. You can't let him out the back gate there.
The runs of 31 and 50 have set up Penn State first and goal at the 3-4 left hash.
Yeah, really poor job of run fitting there for Nebraska. You had numbers.
Brunkemeyer under center. Snap, spin, handoff Allen over left guard. He's stonewalled. Vincent Shavers amongst others there. Rex Guthrie makes another hit. A loss of a yard back to the 4.
This is what we talked about, Casey, where you kind of have to have patience. You don't want to give up a 50-something yarder, but you know you got to decide whether that's about what we could have done differently or we just got out-executed. That long run was on Nebraska defensively, so you bow your necks here and make them play ball.
Nebraska's been very good in opponent offensive drives this year. Have not allowed a point this season to start a game.
Watch play action here, though, Casey.
Second and goal from the 4 at the right end. Split back, Brunkemeyer out of the gun. 2 receivers stacked left. Ball in the left hash. Snap. Play fake, screen left, caught Andrew Rapplier, makes a catch of the 5, sprints inside the far left pylon, beat Donovan Jones to the corner, and Penn State takes their opening drive 98 yards. It's 6-0 Nittany Lions, 7:22 in the first.
Yeah, I talk about it all the time. You got to leverage the ball and not the block. The sideline has got to be your friend. A couple of shaky angles early for the Huskers has them down early, but you're thinking to yourself, is that on me or is that on them? That's definitely on Nebraska, that drive.
A couple of big rushes, one of 31 of 31, one of 50 yards, 7 plays, 98 yards on the drive after you get stonewalled for Nebraska inside the 5.
Yeah, bad eyes by 37 there. Just stay leveraged. You've got help. Use the boundary.
Ryan Barker, the lefty boot, the snap back, kick is up, and the kick is good. Ryan Barker, 84 of 85 in PATs in his career. Fans, your Cavs deserve a strong start, and Purina Stress Care 5 delivers. Now available at Central Valley Ag Stress Care 5 with RX3 immune support technologies here for all producers. Learn more at CVACoop.com. Central Valley Ag, the official co-op of Husker Nation. Do have a flag on the field. It's a face mask on Penn State. This will be assessed on the kickoff, I believe. The ref's mic is not working at the current moment. So we will have a flag, and that should be adjudicated unless they want to do something here on the extra point. Mike Eckler right now is talking to Coach Rule saying, we need your decision on what we want to do here. It's 7:22 in the first. It is 7-0 Penn State.
If the first kickoff was anything like this one, I think you assess it on the kickoff and give yourself a chance at a return. So if you have the option.
Let's see what Nebraska wants to do here. Assess this on the kickoff or on the extra point. It looks like they're going to re-kick this extra point now, so it's going to make this a lot tougher.
It is a ways.
Ryan Barker, we saw in pregame warm-ups, he had a really big leg. Was knocking him through from 50-plus.
I mean, they're spotting this. That's 15-yard penalty. I mean, that's at the 17-yard line. It makes it a 37-yarder.
Yeah.
Nebraska thinks they can get after it. Now they got their block unit out there.
So the spot will be at the 25-yard line. So make this about a 35-yarder here for Ryan Barker.
Interesting strategy here.
Looks like they're going to send the house. Riley Thompson to hold, snap back. The kick is away, clears the line end over end, and that one is good. And there's another flag. I think Nebraska might have jumped.
Yeah, they were offsides there. Penn State won't pull it off the board. It'll be good.
So that will officially most likely bring us to break. 7-0 Penn State, 7:22 to go in the first. That penalty is declined. Fans, tonight's broadcast is sponsored in part by Currency. Currency makes financing quick, easy, and secure for heavy machinery, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, and more. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. This is the Huskers Radio Network.
It's the Ford Black Friday Sell-a-thon, and it's go time with great deals across the Ford lineup. Get 0% APR, 0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days. Head to your Midwest Ford dealers during the Black Friday Sell-a-thon. Now get 0%, 0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days on select Ford vehicles. Hurry in, these value-driven offers end December 1st. Go to your Midwest Ford dealers today. Official vehicle of your Kansas City Chiefs, driven by value.
Being a Nebraska fan doesn't stop when the game ends. It's every day, all day, home or away. This is Kyle Crooks, the voice of the Huskers, telling you to level up with the new Husker Visa debit card, free with any FNBO checking account. Be one who lives it, one who proves it. Every time you pay with the Husker Visa debit card, only at FNBO, the bank of Husker Nation. Get yours today at fnbo.com/Huskers. One for the fans, one for you. Member FDIC.
This is the commercial for Pioneer Seed Corn.
100 years ago, one seed changed everything. In 1926, Pioneer revolutionized farming with the first commercial production of hybrid corn, the one that started it all, the one that still turns heads, and the one that grows the future. This year, we celebrate a century of innovation, one big milestone made possible by one moment, one farmer, 100 seasons. See how it all began at pioneer.com/100.
At Hogemeyer, we're raising the bar on yield performance, bringing world-class traits and genetics to these local fields with the exceptional corn rootworm control and proven powerful yields of new 4-seed enlist corn. The unsurpassed flexibility and protection against above-ground pests with PowerCore enlist corn and other next-gen corn hybrids built to perform and boost your yields. It's time to raise a better crop. View Hogemeyer products at therightseed.com.
Fans, this game tonight is brought to you by your Midwest Ford dealers. Visit buyfordnow.com for all your truck, SUV, and electric vehicle needs. Penn State 7, Nebraska nothing. 7:22 to go in the opening quarter. Kyle Crooks, national champ David Benning, Jessica Cootie is down on the sidelines. So, boy, it seemed like the tone of this game was set after Emmett Johnson ripped it for about 50 yards just outside the 10-yard line. You get turned away near the 2, and then Penn State DB goes 98 yards.
Yeah, it's a back-breaking drive. But again, if I'm Nebraska defensively, I'm on the bench and I'm saying to myself, hey, listen, depending on what position you play, do your 1 of 11. This is no time to play hero ball. Just dial it back a little and play fundamentals. Understand your run fits. You'll be okay.
And Katron Allen with that big run in that opening drive. He settles now in second place all-time in rushing, surpassing Saquon Barkley. Needed 50 yards coming into the night. By the way, Score Check presented by Noddle Companies, creating thriving communities across Nebraska. Gabriel Wosu, the kickoff, but Ja'Cory Barney back deep. This will land 5 yards deep on that second end in Penn State for a touchback. And here comes TJ Lateef, part 2. Well, you had the remedy on that first drive, but you just got to find a way to finish.
Yeah, and I think a fan base that I wasn't sure how interested they were in him being in the game is now fully engaged. And if you're Nebraska, you just have to do it again. It's all about doing hard things, right? And the ability to repeat the same thing over and over again. That's what they've got to do here.
They've started that shirtless student section across the way as well, with the students waving their T-shirts in a clockwise motion across the way. But the crowd is into it. Nebraska 1st and 10, own 25, down a touchdown. Out of the pistol, Lateef, single back is Emmett Johnson. Snap, they hand it to EJ. Bounces left, tries to get a block, and he's swarmed and dropped. Lost a yard to the 24-yard line. Brought down by Ivan Kemizhau, the freshman DN. Emmett bounced left, tried to turn the corner, and was surrounded by 3 different Nittany Lions. Also, Davian Collins, the cornerback, came in to get him by the knees. Well, this is off schedule. This is not what you want.
It is not. And you have to be careful here with the football.
2nd down and 11. Ball splits the hash marks. Nebraska 24. Empty the backfield, 5 wide, 3 right, 2 to the left. Snap to Lateef, throws it left, batted down into the gloved hands of Zane Durant on that right side of the Penn State defensive line, just swatting that one up in the air, lands harmlessly to the turf, and it's 3rd down and 11. For Penn State on 3rd down this year as a defense, just 11th in the Big Ten. Opponents 40% against them. A little improved in Big Ten play in that area. Also a group that's sent a lot more pressure over the last handful of games. They have 4 down linemen. Own 24, 3rd down and 11. Snap for the pattern. Lateef back to throw. Rolls right, zips it right. Wide open. Dane Key has the first down at the 40. Scampers out of bounds. Far right sideline to the 43-yard line of Medica first. A gain of 19.
Yeah, just cool as a cucumber. Isn't Lateef? It's a different kind of leafy vegetable. Just poise, scrambles. B-Mac talked in the pregame about getting him outside the pocket. That one wasn't by design, but equally effective.
Dane Key dragging from left to right, gets it out to the 43 of Nebraska. 1st and 10, down 7-0. 5 wide, trips left, empty set, snap to Latif, back to throw, looks right, dumps it underneath right, caught a shoulder pad high at the 47 by Emmett Johnson, a pitch and catch of 4 yards, and ridden back right away. Over there to make the hit was Darius Dixon, the freshman corner. 2nd down and 6.
Well, I tell you, if you're seeing what I'm seeing, there's a lot of white jerseys wide open. If he gets time, he may be able to play catch, Casey.
Last week, remember, TJ started 11 of his first 11 in his debut start against UCLA. 2nd and 6, 5.5 clock rolls in the first. Own 47 for Nebraska. Pistol set Latif, single back Mekhi Nelson. Eckernach in motion left to right. Handed off Nelson up the middle, swerves off contact between the hash marks. Still turns those feet, backpedals for a first down to the 44 of Penn State. Zaki Wheatley made the tackle, moved the stick, strong run for the home state kid, Mekhi Nelson.
You better figure out how to get him to the ground. He hit, what did he say to me yesterday when we got to the stadium? We got off the bus. He said, "You smell that?" I said, "Yeah, it smells a lot like cow manure." He said, "No, it smells like I'm back home and a lot like opportunity."
Wilkesboro, Pennsylvania. Gain of 9 for Mekhi Nelson. He stays in. Down 7-zip are the Huskers. 4.5 to go in the first. Out of the gun, Latif, single back right, 2 wide right. Snap, inside give. Nelson over left guard, sleds the hash marks, and twisted down. Alex Tash pounds that white helmet in celebration after a run of about 2 yards to the 42.
Yeah, you had an interesting discussion last night amongst the crew about the Mekhi Nelson touches. We've already seen 2 early.
Nelson has that explosive nature. They'll go back to Emmett Johnson here on a 2nd and 8, Penn State 42. He's the single back right. 2 receivers right, Barney tight left. 4 at the line of scrimmage for the Nittany Lions. Chest high snap, Latif back to throw, lobs the screen left, caught by Johnson. Can't break the ankle tackle along the left perimeter. Amari Campbell got him right at the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard to the 41-yard line, and it's a 3rd and 7 for the Huskers coming up. He broke that one ankle tackle. It was a lot of green ahead.
Boy, how about it, too? That was a lot of real estate.
3rd down and 9. The Huskers 2 of 3 on 3rd down. 3 receivers right. That's Clark, Barney, and Key. Lindenmeyer tight end left. Ball in the near left hash. Penn State 43. They snapped it. The official never stepped away. You got to let the official get out of the way before you snap it. And flags are down.
It's got to be an untimed down. They wave the flag off and do the mechanics properly.
They called the delay a game, so the play never happened. They'll back it up 5. Both teams subbed, so the official was standing in front of the quarterback, not letting the Huskers snap it.
That looked like it should have been repumped. I'd have to go back and check that out. But if you're talking, the clock is ticking. I don't understand.
Well, Latif was raising his right arm, so you got to reset that play clock. They never did. So now it's a 3rd down and 9 at the 48-yard line of Penn State. Johnson single back left, 3 wide to the wide side of the field right, Lindenmeyer left. Barney motions right to left. Latif stomps the foot, takes the wide snap. Zip a screen right, caught by Johnson. Breaks one tackle well behind the line, journeys the right sideline to midfield, just trying to churn his way up the sideline, turned away, shy of the 45 of Penn State. Might have just gotten back across midfield near the 47. And after all of that, maybe got a yard, and Archie Wilson's going to have to come out to punt. So a crucial delay of game puts an anchor on the drive.
I didn't like the officiating mechanics there. It seemed a little disjointed from the get-go.
So now Wilson's going to punt this one away, and look out as well. Penn State has 4 block punts this year, 5 total block kicks, including 1 field goal. Tonight, Dennis Sutton is on the near side right for Penn State, has 3 block punts. They'll max protect this sucker with Archie Wilson at his own 38. Trevor Pena inside his own 10 at the 8-yard line. Snap back to Wilson, nose of the football down, cleanly gets it away. A banana ball from right to left. Pena to his right, waves that white gloved hand makes the fair catch on the near numbers at the 10-yard line for a 37-yard punt with no return. And we do have a break in the action on the field. Fans, Husker Nation travels well with the Lincoln Airport, the official airport of Husker Athletics. With convenient flights and hassle-free service, it's LNK for the win. Visit LincolnAirport.com. 2:13 to go in the opening frame here from Penn State. It's the Nittany Lions 7 and Nebraska nothing as we step aside with a break in the action. This is Big Red Football.
Nebraska football fans know what it takes to be the best. You've got to handle the heat, power through the cold, read the pressure. Same goes for the techs at John Henry's. They're trusted to perform when it's all on the line. When winter's driving hard and your furnace fumbles. When your thermostat is in the red zone. When the power goes out before the final whistle. Make the easy call.
Call 435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing. Heating and air.
And electrical.
It's the Ford Black Friday Sell-a-thon, and it's go time with great deals across the Ford lineup. Get 0% APR, 0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days. Head to your Midwest Ford dealers during the Black Friday Sell-a-thon. Now get 0%, 0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days on select Ford vehicles. Hurry in, these value-driven offers end December 1st. Go to your Midwest Ford dealers today. Official vehicle of your Kansas City Chiefs, driven by value.
This is your Nebraska State Treasurer here to let you know how you can tackle college savings with Nest 529 Education Savings. Nothing opens the door to big dreams like higher education. When your child's dreams start turning into real-world ambitions, you can be ready by enrolling in a Nest 529 account. With Nest 529, you can enjoy multiple tax benefits with a convenient, easy-to-manage account offering multiple investment options. Enroll today at nest529.com. It's the perfect game plan.
7-0 Penn State over Nebraska. 2:13 to go in the opening quarter. Score update brought to you by Noddle Companies, creating thriving communities across Nebraska. Now we send it down to the Rob Seco sidelines for the first time. Here's Jess.
Guys, you were talking about the homecoming for Makai Nelson. I actually asked him pregame, how many people do you have here in the stands? He said over 52, and they're spread out all across the stadium here. There's actually a 35 sign back behind me, but shout out to Rashawn and Kim. They have made it to every single game, and they've drove to Lincoln every single home game, 1,100 miles. Luckily, it was just about an hour drive for the family here tonight. So lots of supporters are here for Makai Nelson. You can tell he was really, really excited to be here tonight, guys.
Yeah, Sean, a double shout out for bringing me some home cooked food.
Wow.
Too. So it's a great family, and they support their kiddo, boy, I tell you.
Sideline Report brought to you by Rob Seco, independent seed company focused on simplicity, relationships, and technology. Scranton-Wilkesboro is 2 hours from State College, PA. And we did see Makai's dad. I remember I saw him in the hotel lobby in the Rose Bowl before the game against UCLA. So they do travel. First and 10, own 10 for Penn State, right hash. Snap, jet sweep handoff. Trevor Pena sweeps the left edge across the 10. He spun around. Deshaun Singleton wipes him off his feet after a sweeping run to the left of 2 yards. 2nd and 8 for Penn State.
Yeah, play kind of set up by Buda Wright, establishing what we call the edge and letting runner hitters come. And Deshaun McCullough and some of these guys come back into the game. A healthy Deshaun McCullough. Had a chance to talk to him pregame. Well, he's got a wiry frame.
Missed the game 2 weeks ago against UCLA, back at that jack linebacker position. 2nd and 8, Penn State 12, slot right. Pistol snap, Brunkemeyer. Play action fake, fades back to throw. Looks right, tucks and runs. Acres of space, 15-20. Gives himself up about 1.5 yards shy. It's where he goes into that slide is where he's spotted, just shy of the 19-yard line. So it's 3rd and about 1.5. Gave up a little bit too early on the slide.
Yeah, Nebraska got a chance to get off the field here. You know what's coming. You're either thinking some sort of buck sweep. They're going to go with probably a true 5 down. At least I would if I were them. And see if they can't hunker down here.
Run of 7 yards right up the middle from Ethan Grunkemeyer, an athlete. He's a high recruit from Lewis Center, Ohio, taking over for the injured Drew Allen.
We're going true 5 down here.
5 down, 3rd and 1 at the 19. Ball splits the hash marks. Out of the pistol, 2 back. Snap. Handoff, Katron Allen chops those feet, lunges forward out across the 20 to the 21, brought down by Vincent Shavers. One thing you said in the pregame, he always lunges forward.
And that's something. You think you fit that correctly, and he gives you the little at the end of the run, and all of a sudden it's a first down.
That should be the final play of the first quarter unless Penn State elects to snap it one more time. They do not have to. Penn State going on a 98-yard drive on their first offensive drive. A couple of big runs, and then punched in with a 4-yard screen pass to Andrew Rappelier for his first career touchdown. Final 7 seconds of the quarter. From the 21, they snap it, 4 in the pattern. Screen it left. Here's Nick Singleton. Has a burst 30, left sideline of the 40. At the 45, guns the engine to the 40 of Nebraska and dragged down inside the 30-yard line. They snap it seconds before the end of the quarter. Javen Wright brings down Nick Singleton on a screen to the left to the 28-yard line of Nebraska.
We talk about in the pregame, Casey, when the two-headed monster is two-headed because they throw it to Singleton, getting him out in space.
So a big gain ends the quarter, 7-0 Penn State, and it will be in-plus territory for the Nittany Lions when we come back. You're listening to an exclusive broadcast of the Husker Radio Network. The following may not be disseminated without express written consent. The Huskers Radio Network is a division of Playfly Sports. As Nebraska's fastest-growing law firm, Smith Pauley is a proud partner of Nebraska Athletics. For innovative legal services and concierge-caliber responsiveness, contact Smith Pauley, Midwest Values, national expertise. A 50-yard gain on the catch and run brings us to the second quarter. Penn State 7 and Nebraska nothing. This is Big Red Football.
At Central Valley Ag, starting calves strong means setting up your success. Purina Stress Care 5 with RX3 immune support technology is now available. Help your herd thrive with proven performance you can count on. Right now, when you buy 2 tons or more, you'll get a free mug, limit 1 per purchaser. Start them strong. Harness the benefits. Learn more at cvacoop.com. Central Valley Ag, the official co-op of Husker Nation.
You expect your home to protect everything you love, but you don't expect the ways water is breaking down your foundation and damaging your home. Cracks in walls and uneven floors are just a few signs your foundation is compromised. But there's one way to get answers to all your concerns. A free home inspection from Groundworks. We put water back in its place. Get your free inspection at groundworks.com. License number C142293.
Welcome back to the Acres Broadcast Center in Lincoln. I'm Matt Coatney. It's 7-0 Penn State at the end of the first quarter. Time now for a scoreboard update. It's brought to you by the Nebraska Lottery. Put away your sleigh. The Nebraska Lottery's Yuletide Ride promotion is back, and you could win a new SUV or $1,000. Just enter non-winning Merry Money Holiday Scratch tickets by January the 20th, 2026. Top prize odds vary by game. Next week's opponent, Iowa, walks off Michigan State 20-17. Drew Stevens field goal from 44 yards leads a fourth quarter comeback, and Iowa now is 7-4. 15th ranked USC falls on the road at number 7 Oregon 42-27. Oregon got the win. 18th ranked Michigan defeats Maryland 45-20, and just underway it's 21st ranked Illinois and Wisconsin no score. Second quarter coming up in just a few moments. Let's send it back to Happy Valley with Kyle Crooks.
All right, thank you, Coach. Getting set for the start of the second, and obviously not the best start here for Nebraska. Have to stand tall, do the black shirts down a touchdown. Fans, we need your help. Nebraska is competing against other Big Ten schools in the Abbott We Give Blood Challenge, and it's time to defend our title. You can donate towards Nebraska anytime, any place, anywhere. Just find a donation near you and log it in on big10.org/Abbott to help the Huskers win $1 million towards their school. Every donation counts. Let's show the Big Ten the power of Husker Nation. One of the keys during Husker Game Day, Damon Benning, was in that run game, but something specific about the run game.
Yeah, absolutely. I said, the only thing that will be more important than the number of snaps will be explosive. Nebraska 4 more snaps than Penn State, but Penn State already with 3 explosives, 50, 50, and 31. That dog's not going to hunt. Nebraska's got to figure out a way to stop the explosives and make Penn State put something together.
And one of those in the screen game right before the end of the quarter, one of those was an Emmett Johnson 52-yard run on the first drive.
Hey, you got to know when you see Singleton flexed out somewhere, he's getting the ball.
A lot of
That's just the pre-snap shifts that they like to do.
From the 28 Nebraska. Snap, toss sweep right on the jet. Here's Singleton, weaves to the outside, twisted down. Out on the edge, that was Deshaun Singleton at the 26. A sweeping run with a lot of eye candy for 2 yards. Offensive linemen shifting and moving everywhere.
Yeah, and exactly what we talked about. Wherever Singleton is, if he's not a traditional back, he's getting the ball. So Nebraska knows that too. And it's a really good job, especially with so much man-to-man that Nebraska plays, playing the shifts. It's a great tackle by Singleton.
2nd down and 8. Nebraska 26, down 7-0, just underway in the second. Grunkemeyer out of a pistol, ball right hash. Single back is Katron Allen. Tight end either side of the line. Snap, twist, handoff. Allen bounces left, sprints to the 25-20, wrapped up at the waist and swung down by Deshaun Singleton after a first down of the 15-yard line as he angled left for 11 yards. And another Penn State first.
Yeah, just good old-fashioned counter. Beating Nebraska to the perimeter with leverage.
Tempo from the 15, play action fake. Grunkemeyer zips one over the middle, just a little wide of Kyron Hudson on the second end in Penn State on a deep slant in the middle of the end zone. Rex Guthrie in coverage just a little bit wide of a lunging Hudson.
Yeah, got the matchup they wanted. Really good job of closing speed by Guthrie, boy.
Fans almost on target.
Yeah. It's really good design offensively for Penn State.
And they went tempo going into that play, so now sets up 2nd and 10. They huddle up here.
Nebraska going big here, too. Wright comes on. Guthrie comes off. Another lineman comes on.
Husker 15, ball near left hash. Andrew Rapplier, the tight end in motion left to right. 3 receivers to that side. Bunch into trips. Grunkemeyer, shotgun snap. Toss sweep right. Allen, foot race to the edge. Turns the corner 15. Tripped up at the 10 by Deshaun Singleton. They'll say his knee hit the turf at the 9-yard line. A sweeping run of 6 yards. 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, this is interesting. This isn't fancy. I'm thinking you're seeing at home where they're just out leveraging Nebraska to the perimeter. This isn't anything cute. It's just, we'll get there before you do. It's literally a foot race and leverage.
Penn State needs the 5 for a first down of 7-0. 2 minutes in, second quarter. Katron Allen's been the leading rusher so far for Penn State, just south of 80 yards. 2 receivers left. Grunkemeyer out of the gun. Single back left is Allen. Snap. Grunkemeyer back to throw. Pockety Rhodes will tuck and run up the middle. He's swarmed and drops short. Out about the 8-yard line, squeezing forward for about a yard.
Historically, Penn State kicks these. They always take points at home.
Sierra Wright came in to collapse upon him and force 3. That's a big win for the Blackshirts.
Absolutely, especially after giving up an explosive. Those usually turn into touchdowns on drives. To force a field goal attempt is a win.
So Ryan Barker comes in for the field goal. This will be about a 26-yarder. Inside the far right hash for the lefty kicker. Snap perfect. Hold is down. The kick with the left boot is up and good for the uprights to our left. So Ryan Barker is now 13 of 14 on the year in field goals made with 12:20 to go in the second quarter. It's Penn State out to a 10-0 lead over Nebraska. Husker fans, nothing goes better with Husker sports than Fairbury. Fairbury premium quality hot dogs deliver the home game experience to your family and friends. Fairbury, the official hot dog of Husker Nation. 10 plays, 82 yards, just south of 5 minutes. It's Penn State 10, Nebraska nothing, 12:20 until half. This is the Huskers Radio Network.
Being a Nebraska fan doesn't stop when the game ends. It's every day, all day, home or away. This is Kyle Crooks, the voice of the Huskers, telling you to level up with the new Husker Visa debit card, free with any FNBO checking account. Be one who lives it, one who proves it. Every time you pay with the Husker Visa debit card, only at FNBO, the bank of Husker Nation. Get yours today at FNBO.com/Huskers. One for the fans, one for you. Member FDIC.
Nebraskans are choosing chiropractic for better health. Why chiropractic? Because it's safe, drug-free, and a cost-effective treatment option for back and joint pain. Plus, all generations can benefit from natural chiropractic care. Choose chiropractic first for pain relief or to improve your mobility, athletic performance, or overall wellness. Make chiropractic your first choice for better health and find a chiropractic physician near you at nebraskachiropractic.org. Get your life back with chiropractic.
When it comes to irrigation, only the best will do. That's why growers trust Valley Genuine Parts. Gearboxes, center drives, sprinklers, tech, and more. The parts you rely on most for any pivot, any brand, all from Valley. And now save $50 on your next purchase of Valley Genuine Parts or service. Claim online at valleyirrigation.com/parts. Your Valley dealer has the inventory you need, plus expert inspections and fast, reliable service. Claim your $50 savings today at valleyirrigation.com/parts.
Preparation is the key to success on game day. And like your favorite Huskers on the field, you need to be ready right from the opening kickoff. Cenex has your pregame routine covered. We've got your salty snacks, your sweet treats, ice-cold beverages to wash them down, and fresh tanks of propane to fire up the grill. Fuel your fandom at your local Cenex station. Husker Pride, powered locally.
12:20 before half, 10-0 Penn State over Nebraska. Score update brought to you by Noddle Companies, creating thriving communities across Nebraska. Fans, this holiday season, when you get them, steel batteries are included. Buy select battery tool sets and get a free extra battery. Visit steeldealers.com for gift ideas and seasonal savings. Happy holidays from Steel. Black shirts bending but not breaking, giving up a 26-yard field goal. Gabriel Wosu to kick this one away. Ja'Cory Barney's back deep. Kenneth Williams was on the injury report. So it is Barney back deep. The kick is away. Pinwheeling to Barney near side of the goal line at the 5. Sprints to the 10, 15, angles left, has space outside the hash marks 25. Sweeps the edge 30 to the 35, 40. Run out of bounds by Gabriel Wosu. That's a way to start. Good field position. And also there's a Nittany Lion down inside the 20-yard line.
Casey, what we just say off air, like they're very susceptible to these returns. Nebraska sees it. I'm surprised that Penn State has been as shaky on their kickoff coverage game as they have, but Nebraska clearly has found something.
And Barney, who's had an issue really get going in punt returns, and that's been by design from the opponent, has had the opportunity to have a couple of pretty solid returns, so that'll set up the Huskers at the 40-yard line officially, a 40-yard return for Ja'Cory Barney. Husker Nation travels well with the Lincoln Airport, the official airport of Husker Athletics, with convenient flights and hassle-free service. It's LNK for the win. Visit LincolnAirport.com. Let's dive into some of the things before we get into this upcoming possession for the Huskers. You talked a little bit about defensively what Nebraska has to change. So I heard it. I want the audience to hear sort of how your brain's working during the break.
Yeah, so right away I'm just thinking Penn State is trying to use speed and leverage to outmaneuver Nebraska. It's not anything fancy like this design versus this design. It's late shifts, get the ball on the perimeter. Let's just try to beat you to the spot. For Nebraska, you've got to take a deep breath and understand how much man do I want to play and chase. And if I am chasing, keep the defender inside of you. Leverage the ball so you don't get beat to the corner. That's really all that's happening right now.
So injured Nittany Lion on the ground. Didn't see a number for the injured Penn State special teamer.
It looked like, you don't do this really in our job. You don't guess, right? It looked like 9. Benny, you guys are better at this than me.
He's surrounded by trainers. It's hard to get the number. Meanwhile, for the Huskers, TJ Lateef, 4 of his first 6 for 23 yards. Emmett Johnson, 7 for 63 on the ground, including a 52-yard rip on the opening drive. The injury is to Corey Nelson, who actually had the tackle on the opening kickoff return for Penn State.
He saved one, didn't he?
Yeah. The linebacker on special teams is gingerly walking off. Set the scene tonight, senior night for Penn State. They had the emotional send-off for one of the best senior classes they've seen around here in quite some time. And
won a lot of football games, haven't it?
It's been a tumultuous season for sure. That's seen a lot of close losses and disappointing finishes. Life doesn't come with guarantees, but working with Rob Seco comes pretty close. From full seed trade platforms to seed-driven crop inputs and field-by-field planning, with Rob Seco, you have precisely what you need to improve plant performance and increase yield. Every farm, every crop, every acre. Learn more at robseco.com. So the Huskers own 40s where the ball rests from left to right, down 10-0. Big drive.
Yeah, huge drive. If nothing else, you want to continue at least to get a couple of first downs and calm this thing down just a little bit. Give your defense a chance to recalibrate.
Ball rests far left hash, 2 wide each way. Latif out of the gun, Johnson sidecar right. Lindenmeyer jogs in motion. Snap inside handoff, Johnson wheels right, and he's swarmed. King Mack was there along with Zakeem Wheatley. A pair of safeties converge on the tackle after a run of 1 for Emmett Johnson, 2nd and 9.
Yeah, Penn State probably feels pretty good about that, but if EJ stays play side, cardinal rule is you don't like to cut across defenders' faces. He had Justin Evans getting to second level ready to clean up.
He'll give Emmett 2 to the Nebraska 42-yard line. Latif barking to the near side right, has 2 to his left, 2 to his right. Barney in motion near right. Takes 4 full steps up to the line. 4 down lineman for Penn State. Johnson right hip. Latif extended hand, stomps, corrals the snap. Bubble screen right, caught by Barney. Hops left, past a defender, surges across the 45, and turned back at the 46-yard line by Zion Tracy, the nickelback. Boy, he made something out of nothing there in that quick jump cut along the near right numbers. 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, Nebraska had numbers, too. You get the first defender where Barney can stay outside, and you're working with a lot of real estate there. Really good job of the individual effort, and a pretty good spot, too, to make this 3rd and really manageable.
Just across the 46-yard line of Nebraska. 3rd down and 3. Officially the 47. Hunter's wide left. Barney and Lindenmeyer all on that trips. 2 receivers stacked right. Johnson motions into the backfield, now sprints left. Snap to Latif, tucks and runs. Outside the right hash, lowers his shoulder and submarines forward for a first down. Across midfield, a punishing run from TJ Latif to the Penn State 48. Medica first down, King Mack on the tackle. Run of 5.
I like the poise, too. You see how he sold it with the little subtle pause before the QB draw? That's a clear design run. Now Nebraska 3 out of 5 on their 3rd down conversions.
Could we see more of that moving forward here?
Yeah, you might. TJ. You want to slow down the second level defenders of Penn State who are flying around.
10-0 Penn State, 10 minutes to play in the first half. Ball at the 48 of the Nittany Lions on the right hash. 2 receivers left. Latif out of the gun. Takes the belt tie snap. Tunnel screen left, caught by Hunter. Leaks through, 45-40. Gets a block from Pritchett. Bangs it out left to the 30-yard line. Shoved out of bounds by Aldavian Collins. There is a flag down.
Boy, there is some fighting going on. That might be Pritchett downfield.
There's a flag at the 23-yard line, way downfield. Pritchett got the block. Spot is at the 29, and the flag is about 5 yards further downfield from that. I think Penn State's moving backwards.
Just pick it up. That's extracurriculars. He grabbed him by the face.
It's a face mask on Penn State.
Yeah, he grabs Hunter on the way out. They both were grabbing each other, but they give it to the defense. On the road, KC, for the Homer Network, we'll take it.
Gain of 19 yards. Davian Collins got the face mask of Hunter. So add on 15 yards to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, it was almost simultaneous, but Hunter's was more around the jersey, which we know is clean.
3 tight ends right side of the line. Latif out of the gun, single back right. Johnson, handoff, up the middle, bobbing and weaving over left guard. It's Johnson, who lunges forward to the 11. Patient run of 3 yards. Amari Campbell collapses him down to the turf. Lead blocker was Rocco Spindler.
Nebraska's got to stay with the downhill running game. Penn State not bouncing off the ground, really, kind of rolling off the turf. Upstairs, when you watch that, feed the beast. Let these guys get in a little bit of lather, get downhill, and run it again.
2nd and 8, Penn State 12. 10-0 Nittany Lions, 9 minutes left in the first half. Johnson wide right, Key in the slot right. 1 receiver left is Carter Nelson. Latif all by his lonesome out of the gun, takes the left hash snap, steps up, angles right, looks downfield, points downfield to the numbers, now throws one to Johnson on 2 bent knees. That sails incomplete. He was on 2 bent knees at the 1, and Latif, who was shoved out of bounds, he lofted that one to his running back at the 1, and crest incomplete in the end zone. 3rd and 8.
That's what I love about TJ. When he scrambles with his eyes up to throw the ball downfield. He'd like that one back, but I don't know how easy it is to hit a guy that's on his knees. He was open, just not upright.
I didn't know how Emmett got down on almost all 4s there at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, little boys to men on bended knee.
If anything, just get points out of this. Down 10-0, 3rd and 8. Need about the 5. Shotgun snap. Latif looks left. Wheel route is covered. Rolls right. Latif points downfield again. Guns one. Front right side of the end zone. Twisting attempt incomplete. Luke Lindenmeyer inside the front right pylon was covered by Keon Wiley. He threw it to his back shoulder a little bit too much, and it lands incomplete in the end zone, and Kyle Kunanen with a chance to get the Huskers on the board.
Yeah, huge drive, and just what the doctor ordered with a field goal opportunity here. Now you just got to make good. But you move the ball. You've shown you can move the ball.
31-yarder from the far left hash. 12 of 15 this year on field goals is Kyle Kunanen. Minimal win tonight into the end where the student section's waving their pom-poms. Snap, hold is down, the kick is up. More than enough leg, and that one is perfect for Kyle Kunanen, and the Huskers are on the board with 8:31 to go in the first half. It's 10-3 Penn State.
Interesting, right? Where they've been inside the 20 and inside the 10 once, but just the 3 points. Be encouraged, not discouraged.
That back shoulder throw went off the fingertips of Lindenmeyer, just a little wide on that throw to the end zone. 8 plays, 48 yards, 3 minutes, 40 seconds for the Sapp Brothers Drive Summary. As always, Drive Summary sponsored by Sapp Brothers. When you contract your fuel with Sapp Brothers, enter to win $1,000 in fuel credits. Power your operation with your partner in Ag, Sapp Brothers. All extra points are presented by Allstate. Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Visit allstate.com or call a local agent for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. 8:31 for the half, 10-3 Penn State. This is Big Red Football.
Being a Nebraska fan doesn't stop when the game ends. It's every day, all day, home or away. This is Kyle Crooks, the voice of the Huskers, telling you to level up with the new Husker Visa debit card, free with any FNBO checking account. Be one who lives it, one who proves it. Every time you pay with the Husker Visa debit card, only at FNBO, the bank of Husker Nation. Get yours today at FNBO.com/Huskers. One for the fans, one for you. Member FDIC.
It's the Ford Black Friday Sell-a-thon, and it's go time with great deals across the Ford lineup. Get 0% APR, 0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days. Head to your Midwest Ford dealers during the Black Friday Sell-a-thon. Now get 0%, 0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days on select Ford vehicles. Hurry, and these value-driven offers end December 1st. Go to your Midwest Ford dealers today. Official vehicle of your Kansas City Chiefs, driven by value.
I would have never had the chance to see my daughter become a doctor.
Because my mom wore her seatbelt that day, I get to hug her when I go home.
And then it clicked. Because I wore my seatbelt, I learned that one moment in time can change a person's life forever.
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
The day we were hit was the second to last day of our high school careers.
We were about to graduate as best friends together.
And then it clicked. Because we wore our seatbelt that day, we still get to experience life together.
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Let's pause 15 seconds for station identification on the Huskers Radio Network.
Here inside Beaver Stadium, 8:31 to go in the first half. Nebraska on the board. Trail Penn State 10-3. Score check brought to you by Noddle Companies, creating thriving communities across Nebraska. Kyle Crooks, David Benning, Jessica Cootie down on the sidelines. And this note from Ben McLaughlin. 2 red zone trips, only 3 points for the Huskers. Turned away near their 2-yard line on their opening drive. Penn State went 98 yards to get on the board. Started 10 unanswered to begin the game. And Huskers going 8 plays, 48 yards for Kyle Kunanen field goal from 31. Kickoff from Kunanen. Lands about 2 yards deep over the head of Nick Singleton for a touchback.
See, I'm returning that. I get it, getting it on the 25, I guess.
That's a playmaker right there, Nick
2
Singleton.
yards deep, and I'm Singleton?
I'll tell you, Barney's taking that one back.
Oh, there's no question, as fans remember from a year ago.
Well, Katron Allen, DB, 7 for 77, of course, had that big 50-yard run. You have Singleton. He's been an issue in the pass game, that quick pass game.
Yeah, that's what the scouting report would tell you. And you look up, and, I mean, you're even rushing the football right now with Penn State.
Grunkemeyer under center, 0-25 of Penn State. Single back is Allen. Snap, spin, play fake. Deep drop, Grunkemeyer. Plants, looks right, launches one. Well covered. Broken up. Rex Guthrie at midfield. Flag comes in. Kyron Hudson was the intended target at midfield. Rex Guthrie, perhaps too much hand fighting on that line drive thrown incomplete near midfield.
Well, it's no question early who they want to go out, is it?
It's right at 21.
Yeah, that's the third target. It would have taken a perfect throw. But I get it. You don't get to that top shoulder on those wheel routes. It can induce panic.
Guthrie had his back to the play. So 15 yards moves the football to the Penn State 40. Up 10-3, 8:25 in the second. Three receivers near left, tight end left. Grunkemeyer, shotgun set. Allen's going to take a direct snap. It looks like he's lined up behind center. Takes the direct snap, fakes the give. Circles left at the 40. Angles to the numbers. Popped out from behind at the 45-yard line. He'll get 5 yards on first. Vincent Shavers runs him down. Some extra shoving after the play. Well away from the ball.
Boy, this is something else out here with the extracurriculars. Nebraska clearly seeing it on tape. They know what's coming with the Wildcat. Penn State not being real fancy about what they do, but when you play a lot of close games like they do, big fancy probably is what you want to do.
They're going to look at something here upon a Hogemeyer official review. Potential targeting was the call. So they're going to take a look at a Hogemeyer official review. Hogemeyer, the right seed, right here with local service and world-class corn and soybean products backed by Corteva AgriScience. Learn more at therightseed.com.
On who? It's not Shavers. Are they going to get Marshall on maybe sticking his head in there?
I think at the point of impact with Allen, look at the first hit.
Oh, that's just good football.
He leaned in with the left shoulder.
All right, football make you go boom.
Was that Shavers, B-Mac?
That's Sierra Wright bringing thunder. See, just let him play. Like, that's a big kid coming to block you. How should I play that? Like, how do you want me to take that on?
So it was Sierra Wright, and that was the that was the blocker and Trevor Payne.
Yeah,
it wasn't even the ball carrier.
Come on,
and here's
man.
the call. No foul for targeting.
That's ridiculous. If it was, I'd have had to maybe, and you probably would have escorted me out. I'd have had to leave on that one. Like, play ball. He's taking on a blocker. Relax.
Yeah, it wasn't the ball carrier. It was the blocker, Trevor Pena. So a 5-yard gain on first down. 10-3 Penn State. 8 minutes. Clock rolls second quarter. Ball's at the Penn State 45 on a 2nd and 5.
Would you have held the door for me?
Oh, sure. Make sure I lock it, too, behind you.
That's not nice.
Grunkemeyer out of the pistol. Allen is the solo man. Trevor Pena in motion to a trip side right. 3 down lineman, 5 hover. Snap, twist, handoff. Here's Allen just plodding and lunging across the 45 to the 48.5. He's about a yard and a half shy of a first down at the 49-yard line. Vincent Shavers makes the stop for the black shirts. A 3rd down and a long 1.
Yeah, it drives you crazy, doesn't it, just watching him run? But he's so patient as a big runner. He's got excellent feet.
He's nearing the century mark here in the first half. 9 for 83. 139 yards coming in from the all-time Penn State rushing record. Keona Davis late to come on at the 48. 3rd down and 2. Under center, Grunkemeyer. Staggered out of the left. Deep back is Singleton. They give it to the first man through. That's Allen. Spins off the initial wave and tunnels for a first down across midfield to the 47-yard line of Nebraska. More pushing and shoving post-whistle. Elijah Judy was in on the antics. Fresh set of downs.
Are you watching these extracurriculars?
There's a lot.
Oh, there's a lot going on out here. You see the good footwork from Allen. I always like to chart where when he first gets touched versus where they spot the ball.
And it was Cade Petchak who eventually brought him down. 47-yard line of Nebraska. 10-3 Penn State, 6.5 second quarter. Late subs again for Nebraska. 3 down lineman. Trips out to the right. Grunkemeyer, hands on that towel, draped over the belt. Snap, play, action, fake. Drops the throw. 4-man push. Steps up all day to throw. Now rolls right outside the hash. Guns one right sideline, wide open. Devontae Ross jukes inside the 20. Tripped up by Sierra Wright to the 19-yard line. That rush did not get home, and Grunkemeyer had all day for a Penn State first down to the 19.
That'll drive you crazy as a defensive backs coach. Anytime you see scramble drill, grab the closest man. Closest jersey is me.
28-yard gain to Devontae Ross. That's his first catch.
And he got a big one last week. One of the bigger plays they've had in the last handful of years. And he was hitting stride by Grunkemeyer a week ago. He's dangerous.
Got a 75-yard touchdown. Ball at the 19 of Nebraska, 1st and 10. Pistol snap, twist, handoff, Allen, bear hug. They brought him down at first contact. Sierra Wright, how about that? Swings him down after a run of 1 to the 18. Allen was the runner right up the middle, and Wright able to bring him down. 2nd and 9.
Numero uno came to play. There's no doubt about that. For a guy that's small in stature, we see him all the time. You just sit next to him on the plane or walking down at practice. Not a big guy, but he has got a little lead in his pencil.
Gamer turning into a bona fide Sunday guy. Sierra Wright playing that nickel once again. 2nd and 9. Husker 18. 3 receivers left.
Wildcat again. This is Singleton.
Singleton will take the direct snap. Grunkemeyer still in the backfield with his hands extended. Direct snap to Singleton. Sprints left. Wright had the edge, but Singleton sprints past him, moves the pile inside the 10, outside the hash. Still moves that pile inside the 5, 1st and goal, down to the 3. Wright had the edge, and then Singleton still able to work downfield for a run of 15 yards.
Yeah, when you watch the tape, there's no question what they want to do out of this. This is just counter.
Tempo from the 3-yard line. Ball near left hash, pistol snap, handoff up the middle. Singleton powers over the center, backpedals his way. Near the goal line is he in. He's about 2 yards in. No signal yet from either official. And now those hands go skyward for a touchdown.
And Nebraska's got to come back to that. You cannot run around pullers. You have to take them on. You know, the run that set it up, right? Javen's got to take that puller on and squeeze the hole. You jump around and you let him get broad on you.
The Huskers got blown off the ball that time, and Singleton a couple of really tough runs, just carrying bodies, extra yardage. Officially a 4-yard run for a touchdown, 16-3 Penn State. 7 plays, 74 yards in 4 minutes, 15 seconds. And Singleton gets 1 touchdown closer on the ground from Saquon Barkley's all-time rushing touchdown record. Snap back, Ryan Barker's point after is up and good. Nebraska in some hurt right now. Got to make something happen. Perhaps get some momentum before heading into half. 4:09 to go in the second. 17-3 now, Penn State. Tonight's broadcast is sponsored in part by Currency. Does your business need quick, easy, and secure financing for heavy machinery, trucks, trailers, or other equipment? All you need is Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. Keeping it here, Kyle Crooks, Damon Benning, Jessica Cootie down on the sidelines. All right, DB, your thoughts on that drive?
Yeah, so again, it's the little things when you want to stop the run. Head placement, hands. It sounds ridiculous to say that it comes down to such minute fundamentals, but that's all it is. If I'm splitting a puller, take on the puller. If I'm an inside run fitter, get my head on the right side. When you rally to the ball, it's about trust. Do I trust the guy that's in front of me? Nebraska's got to get back to the basics and get lined up correctly.
Are these more of some of the same issues we've been seeing all year when it comes to stopping the run game?
Well, I think to some degree, but they have a decision to make. When you play so much man-to-man and you get as many pre-snap looks as Penn State, it turns into my man, my fit. So it moves on the fly. You've got to move with it. You know, they've had a 98-yard drive, an 82-yard drive, a 75-yard drive, and on those 3 drives, they're converting 75% of their third downs. They've got to be better at getting off the field, but you need more than 3rd and shorts.
And now for the Huskers, can they find a way to get points before the half? You have all 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute timeout. You also don't want a quick 3-and-out here. You don't want to give Penn State the football back.
Although you'd almost like to see him put it in the air a couple of times if you're Nebraska defensively, but you don't have to panic on offense. You've moved the ball. You've got 130 yards of total offense, and you still only have 3 points. You should be confident that you can move the football.
A win tonight, if the Huskers cannot at least tie it going into half, would be the first win for Coach Rowland trailing at the half in his tenure here in Nebraska, 0-9. Fans at Noddle Companies, our roots run deep through Husker Nation, continuing to develop great places throughout our community. We're looking forward to another year of excellence in cheering on Husker football. Well, Lateef, so far, your evaluation of him, we've seen some good throws tonight.
Yeah, he's a smooth customer. He's going to be just fine, right? I mean, what he's got to do is you have to take a look at where the design runs are in this offense and how do we want to utilize them. And then as the game progresses, he's got to be able to scramble to move the sticks. It's close to being there. I see what he sees. He's got to be committed to taking it.
Did they boot this one through the end zone or give Ja'Cory Barney a chance? He ran one back 40 yards his last time on kick return.
And Nebraska's got a beat on it. So if I'm Penn State, I either pooch this thing or try to get it out of the end zone. I would not kick this in the field of play.
Gabriel Wosu has 34 touchbacks to 53 kickoffs coming in, about a 64% touchback rate.
You want stat of the game, Casey? Time of possession is within a minute.
Crazy. Gabriel Wosu kicks it away. This one should be returnable. Mekhi Nelson's got it on a back pedal a yard deep to the 5, far left side of the 10, and he's chipped down. Not a good start.
No, the emotions got the best of him. He's catching it going backwards, number 1. Barney falls, so you lose a lead blocker, number 2. That's where your return man's got to help you to say, just get down.
Kenny Woosley Jr. made the tackle on special teams, so forget about a big return. Instead, you're now backed up at your own 10-yard line.
Yeah, that's a judgment thing there. That's not procedural.
So now the Huskers with TJ Lateef go back to work, down 17-3, all 3 timeouts.
Now it brings your theory into play where you don't want the quick 3 and out.
Lateef out of the gun, Johnson to his right, 3 wide. Snap, zone read, keep. Lateef runs right, and he's swarmed. Gets maybe a yard out to the 11-yard line. Converged upon Alex Tash, along with Ivan Kamijiao. That zone read keep from Lateef, 2nd and 9.
Yeah, Penn State sees it. The design run isn't quite there yet. It's going to be more on the scramble. Penn State is being very patient on the perimeter, almost baiting Lateef.
2nd down and 9, Nebraska own 11. 2 tight right, 1 man left, single back Johnson, Lateef under center. Snap, play fake, free rusher comes and buries Lateef at the 1. It's Kamijiao comes in for the sack. His first career sack brings down Lateef at the 3-yard line. Loss of 8. And now you're in worst case scenario. 3rd down and 17.
Well, I can tell you what Penn State's thinking. They're thinking screen or inside zone. Nebraska can't get baited into doing something and putting the ball in harm's way.
Own 3-yard line, shadows of your own goal line. Lindenmeyer wide left, Hunter in the slot left, Key wide right, Barney slot right.
Well, they'll bring Lindenmeyer in short motion typically.
And he comes in short motion far left. Stomp of the foot for Lateef. Good pocket, flag down, launch it deep, near right numbers, overthrows Ja'Cory Barney. There is a flag down. If there's a flag in the end zone,
they're going to get Lindenmeyer on a defenseless block, which it's a crackback block. You get, like, how do you negotiate if you can run trap or not? They don't see that block coming either.
Ron Snodgrass is our lead official. No decline is a holding on Nebraska.
I think it's a block in the back. They're gonna get Lindenmeyer on the little crackback.
Yeah, that's what it was. And the ball was overthrown, looking for Ja'Cory Barney at about the 35-yard line. So now Archie Wilson is 9 yards in his own end zone. You have Pena, who's at the plus 45 to return this punt. Snap back to Wilson, gets it away. Wobbling, spiraling kick. Pena on a back pedal. He's got it. Bobbles at midfield. Angles left. Breaks an ankle tackle. 40 along the numbers. Tripped up, but stays on his feet across the 30 and gets hit out of bounds. Will be an extra 15 yards on a late hit at around the 25-yard line.
You talk about the opportunity to win the middle third.
There's a flag down at around the 23 where Pena was run out of bounds. He was hit out of bounds late. This should set up Penn State inside the red zone with 2:25 to go for the half. Here's the call.
Extra play, personal foul, laid it out of bounds. Kicking team number 82, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Late hit out of bounds after a 46-yard return. Late hit was Archie Wilson, the punter.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're not used to being in those settings, and for him, he's not used to lowering his shoulders, and he was about 1.5 yards out of bounds, and he hit him.
Yeah, you ever seen those gauges that get close to red that lets you know you're in the danger zone? You have either got to take it away or force 3. 7, or should I say 6, all but breaks your back with Penn State getting the ball at half.
Ball's going to go at the 14-yard line after the late hit out of bounds. 17-3 Penn State, 2:25 before half. And they have the football with a chance to add on for more. Ethan Grunkemeyer, the redshirt freshman. 2 backs at a pistol. Singleton to his right, Allen 2 yards behind him. 2 receivers out right. Wide snap. Handoff, Allen. Swung down. Cade Petschok makes the hit from behind at the line of scrimmage of the 15. No gain, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I see what Penn State's trying to do with putting Singleton in the game as a lead blocker. That's not what he does, but you don't want to always tip your hand when 10's in the game. They paid the price on that time. Advantage Nebraska defense.
This should take us to the 2-minute timeout. 2nd down and 11, officially a loss of 1 yard on that run. 2-minute timeout presented by your local Nebraska Kubota dealers, proud sponsors of Husker football. Find a local dealer at NebraskaKubotaDealers.com. 2 minutes left, 2nd quarter. It's Penn State 17, Nebraska 3. This is Big Red Football.
It's the Ford Black Friday Sell-a-thon, and it's go time with great deals across the Ford lineup. Get 0% APR, 0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days. Head to your Midwest Ford dealers during the Black Friday Sell-a-thon. Now get 0%, 0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days on select Ford vehicles. Hurry in. These value-driven offers end December 1st. Go to your Midwest Ford dealers today. Official vehicle of your Kansas City Chiefs. Driven by value.
In Nebraska, the good life means mornings that wait for you. A porch swing or a skyline view. Work that matters and time that's yours. Neighbors who wave. Hey there. Stars you can almost touch. A mortgage that makes sense. More space, more time, more life. Nebraska, the good life is calling. Are you ready to answer? Learn more about living in Nebraska at www.thegoodlifeiscalling.com.
17-3 Penn State, 2-minute timeout here in the 2nd quarter. Score update brought to you by Noddle Companies, creating thriving communities across Nebraska. Nebraska football is brought to you by Hy-Vee, proud sponsor of the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Danger time here for the Huskers. 2nd and 11 from the 15-yard line for Penn State. Trying to go up 3 possessions here. So, like you said, you cannot afford to give up 6.
No, you're right about that. And again, if I'm Nebraska, this is about coaching. This isn't fandom. This isn't us in the booth. If I'm coaching Nebraska right now, I'm saying, hey, listen, a lot of this is self-inflicted, right? At the end of the day, football is still a game of angles. We need to be better. And now you got a chance. Like I said, if you can't take it away, force them to kick it or attempt 3.
Now let's send it down to the Rob Seco sidelines. Here's Jessica Cootie.
Well, and to that exact point, DB, that's exactly what this defensive coaching staff is trying to do. You can sense some frustration, and so every single position coach stepping in, trying to settle their guys down. Addison Williams saying, hey, we got to take this one play at a time. Sierra Wright went up and down this defense and said, what are we going to do about this? Really frustrated, but we'll see how they respond here. But again, the defensive staff really trying to lock these guys in and settle down here.
I agree, Justin. How do you think they're handling the offense? They've left some points out on the field, and some of Nebraska's defensive stuff has been self-inflicted. How's the mood?
Offense, they're starting to figure some things out. You see Donovan Raiola coming over, talking to the tight ends about how they can block, help protect, and get some things going. Emmett Johnson missed a read and one of the holes, so I think they're seeing some things that they can take advantage of. But for the defense, just not playing well. They gotta pick it up and figure out how they can play better out here. And again, that was the challenge from the defensive staff.
See, that's fantastic. That's what I was saying earlier. I wasn't sure if I was right about him missing that cut, but I guess that's why we pay her the big bucks,
that's right?
So if I'm again, if I'm these guys, I'm trying to build on what it is that we haven't done, not what Penn State is doing.
Second and about 10.5 here for Penn State at the 15. Break huddle out of the 2-minute timeout. Grunkemeyer under center. Toss sweep right. Nick Singleton tries to turn the corner and does. Bends inside the 15. Drags Cam Lenhart on the numbers at about the 10-yard line. Sweeping to the right. Runs for 5. And it will be a 3rd down and 6. Again, at minimum, you got to only give up 3 here.
Yeah, better job of getting to the point of attack, too. Early in the first quarter, that just turned into a foot race. That time, Nebraska's in position, and they get there. And now it's actually 3rd and medium and not 3rd and short.
Penn State needs about the 4-yard line. So it'll be Grunkemeyer. Out of the gun, single back right, Singleton. 2 wide left, 1 to the right. Tight end left is Khalil Dinkins. Nebraska sends pressure. Zone read handoff. Singleton sweeps left to the 10-5. In standing up. Touchdown Penn State. 10 yards untouched. 23-3. Nittany Lions minute 14 before half.
Yeah, I don't love the boundary pressure there. That's the second time that they've tried it. And Penn State ran the same play both times. They're clearly going to counter away from where you show pressure and make you try to run it down from the backside.
And with that, Nick Singleton now has 2 rushing touchdowns. That ties him for the Penn State rushing touchdown record with Saquon Barkley. Singleton now 43 in his career. Ryan Barker snap back, hold us down, the kick is up. And it is no good. He missed it. Wide to the left. 23-3. They already put that extra point on the scoreboard, but it's 23-3. 3 plays, 14 yards, minute and 11 seconds. So that disastrous drive where Nebraska could not flip field, all of a sudden, moments later, it's now a 3-possession game.
So what do you think here, Casey? You want to process through it. Minute 14 with all your timeouts in the bag. Is this dependent on the return?
I don't think so. I think you got to try and make something
you're
happen.
Shoot your shot. Yeah, but Penn State has 3 in the bag as well, which you have to be conscious of.
So Nebraska, right now, it has been ugly here in the first half. Down 20, but we'll get the football here. Minute 14, like DB mentioned, 3 timeouts. Fans, stay healthy and active with natural chiropractic care. Did you know that chiropractic is safe and effective for all ages? It is proven to treat pain, improve mobility, and prevent injury. Find a chiropractic physician near you at nebraskachiropractic.org. Stay active with chiropractic. Ja'Cory Barney is back deep. Gabriel Wosu will kick this one away from right to left. 10-yard touchdown run from Nick Singleton, capping a 3-play drive. Penn State 254 total yards to Nebraska's 123. Wosu's kickoff from right to left for the State College Knight. About 2 yards deep, it's Ja'Cory Barney. Takes it out to the 5-10, near right side of the 15-20. Along the sideline, chops the feet at the 25 and speared down at the 26. Run back of 26 yards for Barney. Minute 9, all 3 timeouts.
Would you have traded the 1 yard for the 5 seconds? Probably
yes.
With the yeah, I agree with you. Give yourself one of your best players a chance at the return.
But hindsight 2020, you want to give Ja'Cory a shot, right?
Yeah, right.
Break one loose.
And now you play ball. There's no, it's easy at 23-3 to moan and groan and whine, but Nebraska is capable here.
Trips left, key wide right, Latif out of the gun, all 3 timeouts. Stomps the right foot, takes the knee-high snap. Delayed give up the middle. Johnson trudges forward for about 4 to the 29-yard line. Dominic DeLuca peels himself off the bottom of the pile. 2nd down and 6, 55 seconds in turning now.
See how they have somebody accounting for the quarterback in QB run game, too, even under a minute 20.
2 receivers, make it 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Empty set Latif, corrals the snap, 4-man rush, slings it over the middle, caught on a middle slant. That's Emmett Johnson, makes the catch, brought down at the 35 by DeLuca, a yard shy of the sticks, a gain of 6, 3rd down and 1. Nebraska's going to take a timeout with 36 ticks left. You look at the range here for Kyle Cunanan to get into field goal range. His career high is 52 yards.
Yeah, I watched him down on this end before the game
38
started.
seconds.
He was good from about 53 and in on both hashes. So, that puts you at the 43 yard, or excuse me, let's go 17. That puts you at the 36 yard line. So you got a ways to go.
Tonight's broadcast is sponsored in part by Currency, a specialized online lending solution for heavy machinery, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, and other equipment. Businesses get equipment with Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details.
You're usually keeping me in check. You're supposed to say, how are you going to get to the 36-yard line without getting this 3rd and 1 first?
You got to start there.
All right, let's start there. Let's get this 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1 at the 35 near right hash. 3 receivers left. Shotgun TJ Lateef as Emmett Johnson saddled right. Dane Key now motions left to right. 4 down lineman. Low snap, handoff Johnson over right guard, slashes for a first down. Will Nebraska use a timeout as the pile moves to the 40-yard line, 33 seconds, second use Nebraska timeout. Or nope, they'll keep moving.
I was just going to say, Casey, with a first down, you could kill it or run a play as they move the sticks. That's a good job not burning the timeout. Got to have this play ready, though.
But now it rolls, 27 seconds. 3 left, 1 to the right. Johnson motions out left. Snap to Lateef, looks right, slants it right. Leaping helmet-high catch. Dane Key goes down middle of the field to the 45. A slant of 5 yards, 20 seconds left for the half. Timeout, Nebraska.
Doesn't seem like much, but that was well done. It can be stressful, but you get a chance. That's pretty good management right there. Now you give yourself a chance with still 1 in the bag in 20 seconds, and you know you're thinking you've got to get the ball to about the 36, 35-yard line for a shot.
Darius Dixon, the freshman corner, was in on the stop. So 1 timeout left. You can still use the middle of the field, and like we mentioned, under 2 minutes at the end of the half, you'll have a momentary stoppage of the clock after a first down. So it gives you a little extra few Mississippis to get up and spike the football. Ball's going to be at the Nebraska 46.
Good old Mississippi.
Good old Mississippi. 3 wide left, Lindenmeyer tight right. Johnson, saddle left hip of Lateef. Barney short motion, far left side. Low snap, 3-man push. Lateef all day to throw. Now rolls, looks downfield, still looking, pumps, throws it, and incomplete as Lateef was knocked into the medical tent.
Now that's one as a more experienced quarterback. Once you get outside the pocket and you see green, just sprint, get your 8, and make him snap it again.
There was a Big Ten official, I think a member of the Chains crew, that got hit pretty hard on that collision along the sideline when Lateef was thrown out of bounds by Keon Wiley. Well, now there's 12 seconds, 1 timeout. Penn State a 23-3 lead. Nebraska owned 46. Need about the 36-yard line of Penn State.
I'm impressed with Penn State's athleticism. You think there's running room for the quarterback? And it has been closing time.
5 wide, 3 left, 2 to the right. Snap Lateef. Rusher comes. Lateef slides left, throws left. 2 wide of Barney, almost picked off at the 35. Was it Zacchae Wheatley? Did he make a diving pick? And they say he did at the 36-yard line. Have to take another look at an overthrown ball of Barney. And it was Zacchae Wheatley, the safety, who made a lunging pick on the overthrow.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll wait for the replay, but boy, he had Key open. That's one of those where you just got to take a deep breath and play a little catch.
Rolling on the field was an interception. The play's under further review.
That's a heck of a catch. I think he got it off his own deflection. He put the left hand or the right hand under and snagged it with the left, I think.
Well, Barney was the intended target at about the 35, and it was a 5-yard overthrow. Wheatley lunging to his right, made an extended catch with the 2 gloved hands, reaching out, fully prone.
I don't know.
I think he used the ground.
That's the problem.
And it popcorned after he spun himself off the turf, off his helmet, popped in the air, and was able to hold on.
Yeah, anytime you use the ground to enhance the catch, they're probably going to overrule that. This shouldn't take very long.
Hogemeyer official review. Right seat right here with local service and world-class corn.
Incomplete pass. It's 4th down.
Again, if I'm Nebraska, though, are you discouraged at what is being done to you or what you're doing?
I think a little bit of both, to be honest with you, DB.
Yeah, I don't know if this is the coach in me, but I'm thinking this is more about us. Get lined up, play fast, and play take advantage of what's going on. They're going to have to throw the football a little bit.
Well, this is Hail Mary time. Let's take you back to Michigan before the end of the first half. Ja'Cory Barney was on the receiving end of a Hail Mary touchdown. There's 6 seconds left. So 4th and 4, own 45.
I'm telling you, you got 6 seconds. You can run a full play. I would get the first down across the 50. You could run it. It's not even really a speed out. You can run the over or the sail. You got a timeout left. Everything's in the bag and attempt the field goal. It doesn't have to be a Hail Mary. You've got time for another play if you're strategic.
So Penn State uses the first of their 3 timeouts here in the first half. 6 seconds remain, 23-3. Penn State. Life doesn't come with guarantees, but working with Rob Seco comes pretty close from full seed trade platforms to seed-driven crop inputs and field-by-field planning. With Rob Seco, you have precisely what you need to improve plant performance and increase yield. Every farm, every crop, every acre. Learn more at robseco.com. Well, let's see if there is some sort of quick out to get the first down before the Hail Mary to get a little bit closer for Latif. Does have a big arm. It's Clark. He's got that big frame along with Lindenmeyer and Barney. Key is wide right. Own 45. Ball right hash, snap to Latif. 3-man rush. Slip screen over the middle, caught by Barney. Ball stripped as he was hit down at the 46. It's picked up by the Huskers, and that'll bring us to the end of the second quarter. A merciful end as there's some pushing and shoving. Flags are down before both teams run to the locker room. They'll have to adjudicate this. Elijah Pritchett has to be pulled away. There's a lot to adjudicate here. Penn State's running to their locker room. There might be personal fouls on both sides. Now Penn State and Nebraska running to their tunnels. And the Penn State student section, those that are still here on campus, waving those pom-poms. Before we send it to break, let's get the call here from Ron Snodgrass. Penn State will get the ball to start the second half as well, up 20 points. Officials converge near the 45. Matt Rule is hovering as well. And here's the call.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, 18 Nebraska, number 4 and 7 for Penn State. It's their first of the game. The fouls will offset. It's halftime.
KC, have you ever seen one flag, offsetting penalties, and 2 personal fouls on one team?
No.
He enunciated that correctly, right? 4 and 7?
That's what he said.
Yeah, you may never see that again. But it is chippy, to say the least.
It was Quinn Clark and A.J. Harris that sort of started it. Harris was grabbing Quinn Clark by his face mask, and that brings us to halftime. Penn State again will receive the opening kick of the third quarter. Our score, Penn State 23, Nebraska 3. Anchoring our halftime coverage is Matt Coatney. Jessica Cootie talked with President Gold as well. And that's all coming up at the break on the Huskers Radio Network.
This is a commercial for Pioneer Seed Corn.
In 1926, Pioneer revolutionized farming with the first commercial production of hybrid corn. And we've been innovating ever since.
The one that started it all. The number 1 seed to beat. The one for you.
In 2026, we celebrate a century of innovation. Plant the 100th season. Plant Pioneer. Visit pioneer.com/100.
Since 1975, Woodhouse has proudly served our customers and communities. From one dealership to over 21 dealerships across Nebraska and Iowa, our promise remains the same. A wide selection of vehicles, trusted service, and financing that fits your life. We believe in honest people, fair prices, and relationships built to last. Because it's not just about the road ahead, it's about traveling it together. Start your journey at woodhouse.com.
At Channel, we always show up for our farmers. Is that tar spot or rust? Incoming!
Definitely rust.
Rick, how did you? Dropping in to check on your crop, Bill. Let's call your agronomist before that rust can hurt your yield.
That sounds great. But when did you learn to skydive?
Self-taught, Bill. Kind of a prodigy.
From personalized insights to year-round support, Channel Seed pros always show up. Visit channel.com to learn more. Channel, all in, all season. Read and follow pesticide label directions, grain marketing, and other stewardship practices.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Nebraska Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
This is Big Red Football.
That's my neighbor Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a big mistake. Hey, Joe, think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have the utilities marked before you start digging?
I'm not digging very deep. It's no big deal.
No big deal.
Dad, the TV's out. Internet too.
Remember, safe digging always starts with a free call to 811. Oh, what a knucklehead.
Brought to you by Nebraska 811.
This fall, be ready for every tailgate, touchdown, and adventure in a perfect car, truck, or SUV from Sid Dillon Chevrolet. Visit us in Blair, Crete, Fremont, or Wahoo and shop Nebraska's #1 volume Chevy dealer group. We're also your Chevrolet Business Elite dealer, offering medium-duty trucks and low-cab forwards. Visit us at SidDillonChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Sid Dillon. Dear weekend, Toyota trucks are raring to go. Gearing up for fall, Tundra is all in for hauling. Campers, ATVs, you know Tundra's got the muscle to move it. Going off the beaten path, Tacoma says, let's do this. With handling that tackles tough trails and the backbone to take you where the pavement can't. Both trucks pack sweet tech, posh cabins, and Toyota's legendary reliability. So whether it's a fishing trip at dawn, tailgate at noon, or a remote sunset at, well, sunset, these trucks are built to make every weekend epic. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, Baxter Toyota of Lincoln, Corwin Toyota of Bellevue, or Village Point Toyota of Omaha.
You expect your home to protect everything you love, but you don't expect the ways water is breaking down your basement and damaging your home. Mold, cracks, and of course visible water are just a few signs your basement is compromised. But there's one way to get answers to all your concerns. A free home inspection from Groundworks. We put water back in its place. Get your free inspection at groundworks.com. License number C142293.
Call SOS, a trustworthy company since 1950. Their technicians don't earn commission. This equals fair treatment to their customers. SOS is a family-owned third-generation company, and now to celebrate the 75th year in business for a limited time, get a New York AC or furnace for $75 per month. Get you and your loved ones comfortable again with SOS.
SOS to the rescue. SOS. SOS.
Call 402-391-2336.
Welcome back to Halftime. I'm Jessica Cootie, and it's time for the University of Nebraska President's Halftime Show with President Jeff Gold, where we visit and catch up on all the things that are happening across the university. President Gold, good to see you again. I know we had some big news recently in terms of a really, really prestigious award, the NCAA Impact Awards, which is just recognizes one female and one male student athlete across each NCAA division, and a Husker recently won that award. What can you tell us about that?
Well, isn't that absolutely amazing? But to me, not surprising that it's not consistent year over year. So one of our track and field athletes, Michaelan Moore, was announced as the male recipient for the NCAA Division I just about a week or so ago. He distinguished himself not only for being an amazing athlete in competition, earned multiple, and I mean multiple, All-America honors in the triple jump and long jump, excelled academically in leadership as well as in community service. So very deserving. And all I can say is, knowing our student athletes, I look forward to many more.
Absolutely, I agree with you there. The Higher Learning Commission recently approved joint accreditation for UNL and UNMC, which were formerly accredited separately. What does this milestone mean for the University of Nebraska system as a whole?
Well, it's a really big deal to establish the structure that we had from I guess it goes back even to 1913. Up to 1968 when the separation occurred. So essentially we're reestablishing a single accreditation model so that from the perspective of the outside world, we'll be looked at as a single university. So that means all of the academic honors, all of the research grants and contracts are all going to be combined, increasing rankings and ratings and recognition. And very important to me, is right now, if there's a student who does 2 years of fill-in-the-blank health professions, nursing, let's say, and then transfers to UNMC, they are counted as a dropout from UNL. And all they're really doing is going down the street. And so we will solve that problem as well. What it's not going to mean are major changes in structure, major changes in governance. It's not going to mean, last time I checked, there's no College of Medicine on the UNL campus, and there's no College of Law on the Med Center campus. So there's very little academic overlap. So it's just perfect synergy. And it's taken over a year to put this together. It's just a lot of hard work by a lot of people. So, it's time.
Oh, great stuff. Well, from the perspective of athletics, campus culture, and broader student experience, how might students in Husker Nation feel the positive impact of this joint accreditation in the coming years?
Well, there is no question that they're going to feel that they're part of something bigger than themselves. Just to give you an idea, it will elevate our research rankings from approximately 120th or 125th in the nation to, using last year's statistics, and I haven't seen this year's numbers yet, to somewhere between 50 and 55th in the nation. And, students and faculty and the community are going to be very proud to see us in the light that we need to be viewed in. It'll make us look far more like our peers structurally and in the eyes of the accrediting body. You think our Big Ten peers, for instance, much more like Ohio State, much more like Michigan, much more like Northwestern, etc. And it's just, as I said, a high time and an opportunity for our students to feel that they can transfer back and forth between programs more easily. Our faculty can apply for grants together more easily because there'll be a single research and sponsored program grant number that they will have. Financial aid will be completely integrated. So when a student passes from one program to another, they'll never have to reapply for financial aid again. It's just a lot of really good things that will happen as a result of this.
Oh, that's great news. Well, for the past month or so, we've been talking a lot about the We Give Blood competition that's going on among all Big Ten schools, and the contest is coming up soon, December 5th, so less than a month out, no less than a couple weeks now, and we are neck and neck with Wisconsin for first place. I was astounded learning some of the numbers, record-breaking numbers of the people that have given blood. It's a great competition for a good cause, but we're right there, right? What update do you have for us this week?
Well, we're going back and forth, literally 10 donations up, 10 donations down every single day. But, as you said, the best news here is we've now exceeded 200,000 lives saved as a result of this healthy competition. But for all you Huskers out there, all the fans, all the Big Red lovers, this is the time to do your thing. Roll up your sleeves, donate. If you donated a couple months ago, you're certainly eligible to donate again. And we need to make a big push. And for other reasons, this is the time of year that blood donation becomes even more critical. As you might imagine, due to some of the holidays, sometimes people skip their donation programs and don't show up. So this is a time we can do good, we can do well, and we can win.
All right, and again, you could log it at big10.org/Abbott or Huskers.com/GiveBlood if you want more information. All right, President Gold, before we wrap up, any other words for Husker Nation here today?
Well, obviously, we're all following the trajectory of the volleyball team, the amazing start of the season for both women's and men's basketball, and so many others. It's just been an incredible couple of weeks to see the joy, to talk to our coaches, etc. And of course, in case, we're all thinking about those that we really care about, Dylan is still healing up from his leg fracture, and we certainly wish him and wish his family the very best as that healing occurs, and look forward to seeing him back in full strength.
Great stuff. Appreciate your time, and we'll chat with you again, I guess, coming up next week here for the final home game of the season, final regular season game. Hard to believe, right?
Look forward to it. See you then.
And President Jeff Gold here with us on our halftime show. We're going to step aside for a break. More coming up right after this.
I got to see my brother get married.
I would have missed my dad's birthday.
Because I wore my seatbelt, I had the privilege of being part of his special day.
I got to go home and see my family again.
Does it click yet?
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
I would have never had the chance to see my daughter become a doctor.
I was able to go to my brother's graduation.
I wouldn't have adopted my first pet.
And then it clicked. My seatbelt saved my life. Does it click yet?
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
From the chant of Husker Power to Allo Fiber powering your home and Husker Nation, Allo is the teammate you can trust. Whether you're streaming at home with Allo Internet, watching on the go with DirecTV through Allo, or checking stats and scores on Allo Mobile, Allo keeps you in the game. Pinch the other guys and team up with the official Internet, TV, and mobile partner of the Huskers. Go Gig Red. Visit allofiber.com/Husker Radio.
12 seconds left in the fourth. Jared has $300 down on a parlay. It's caught! It's caught! Unbelievable! A huge win for Jared, who's now losing his lunch all over the casino floor.
Does gambling disagree with you? Find free help and real hope through the Nebraska Gamblers Assistance Program at gamblingdisagreeswithyou.com.
Yeah, watch the left corner right here, Chip. That stain is not coming out.
Welcome back to the Acres Broadcast Center in Lincoln. I'm Matt Coatney at the half. Penn State leads Nebraska 23-3. Husker fans love action, but gambling action, sometimes that doesn't agree with you. Get free help and real hope through the Nebraska Gamblers Assistance Program at gamblingdisagreeswithyou.com. All right, let's take a look at our AGCO halftime stats. Turf, Ag, and Turf, or True Ag and Turf of Columbus, Falls City, and Osmond, your full-line Massey Ferguson and Fendt dealer, proud supporters of the Huskers and Nebraska farmers since 1975. Total yards are all Penn State, 254 to 140 for Nebraska. Time of possession is basically even. Emma Johnson, 11 carries, 75 yards. Through the air, TJ Lateef, 9 of 16, but just 56 yards. For Penn State, a big first half from Katron Allen, 12 carries of 90 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns to go with 33 yards rushing from Nate Singleton. All right, time now for a scoreboard update. It's brought to you by the Nebraska Lottery. Nebraska Volleyball is the outright Big Ten champions. They swept Indiana in Bloomington today, 25-19, 25-16, and 25-22. Congratulations to Danny Busboom Kelly and the Huskers for winning the Big Ten title outright. Other scores going on in Big Ten football tonight. They are approaching halftime at Camp Randall Stadium in Madison. 21st ranked Illinois and Wisconsin in a rock fight right now. They're tied at 7 apiece. And other games of note in college football, they've reached the half in Atlanta. 16th ranked Georgia Tech trails Pittsburgh 28-14. It was 28-0 very early in that game. Other games of note, they are midway through the second quarter. 20th ranked Tennessee leads Florida in the Swamp 28-0 in that one. In the ACC, California over Stanford 10-7. They're midway through the second quarter of play. A big game in the Big 12. Number 11 BYU, as they start the second quarter, leads Cincinnati, a previous Nebraska opponent, 7-0 Cougars early in the second quarter. In Boulder, Colorado, Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes lead 25th ranked Arizona State 7-3. They are early in the first quarter of play. Earlier today in the Big Ten, top-ranked Ohio State defeated Rutgers 42-9. Third-ranked Texas A&M blew out Samford 48-0. Fourth-ranked Georgia over Charlotte 35-3. It was 7th-ranked Oregon in a key game with major college football playoff implications, defeating USC 42-27. Matt Coatney with you in our Acres Broadcast Center. In a few moments, we will send it back to State College. Jessica Cootie will be standing by with Coach Matt Rule when he comes out of the locker room. We'll get our exclusive halftime interview with him. Other scores earlier today, it was another number 8 Oklahoma defeating number 22 Missouri 17-6. And let's go to Jessica Cootie.
No, sorry. No.
Well, apparently Matt Rule is not ready right now, so let's take you back to the scoreboard. 9th-ranked Notre Dame, with their most points they've scored since 1932. They blew out Syracuse 70-7. Jeremiah Love had 3 touchdown passes. 10th-ranked Alabama destroyed Eastern Illinois 56-0. 6 different Alabama players scored in that game. 12th-ranked Utah overcame Kansas State 51-47. 13th-ranked Miami with a win over Virginia Tech today, 34-17. Diego Pavia. Let's throw it to Jessica Cootie.
Coach, I know you guys know this was a challenge going into it, but are there some adjustments you can make to slow down their run game?
We're going to have to get off blocks and tackle. As dumb as that sounds, that's the only thing. We've been there. We've hit them. They bounced off. They're great backs. We're playing a little intimidated on defense, unfortunately, and now it's time to step up. They've got to grow up. They're capable of it. They got to do it.
Thanks, Coach.
Yes.
It's halftime chat with Coach Rules, brought to you by Channel. Channel all in, all season. We got to step aside for a break. More coming up right after this.
When second's making a play, short's got to cover.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Good hustle, good hustle.
Communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right coverage. It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
Set the screen. You have to protect yourself.
1, 2, 3, Wildcats!
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
See Shelter agents Greg Kerr, Jeff Bond, or Matt Moorhead in Lincoln today.
To be a part of Nebraska Medicine.
Hi, welcome.
Is to be a part of something extraordinary.
Nebraska Medicine, how may I help you?
Because these are the doors that open doors.
How are you?
To growth and opportunity for each other and for our community.
That went really well.
For those who know that the academic experience.
You know what? I agree.
The life experience that you get here is beyond what you can get anywhere else. And that's exactly why here is where you belong. Join us at nebrascamed.com/careers. Nebraska Medicine. Together, extraordinary.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Back here at Beaver Stadium, getting set to go for the start of the third quarter. Not great news so far, Husker Nation. Penn State 23 and Nebraska 3. You heard Coach Rule in his conversation with Jess coming out of the locker room. Got to find a way to get off some blocks and make some plays. Pretty simple here in the second half. You've not forced a punt yet. Kyle Crooks, David Benning, Jessica Cootie. So far for Penn State, DB, touchdown, field goal, touchdown. That's no bueno.
Yeah, and this is me being me, right? Like, get out of your feels. This is more about you than it is Penn State. Stop pouting, make plays, get off blocks, and go play football. This isn't even the type of environment that you need to be intimidated by. It's okay, right? It's half capacity, if, a little more. Just go play ball, right? Like, let it go. Just let it rip and see what happens.
Absolute must-have stop, though, to begin this third quarter.
Yeah, and put your money where your mouth is, right? Like, you want to be a good team going forward in terms of how you want to play defense. Get off the field on this drive here and give your offense a chance to cut Latif loose, because they've been a little timid as well.
They've averaged 7 yards a carry as Penn State. John Hull's going to be the one to kick this one away.
Which is under the average.
Yeah.
7-8 for running backs on the season, right?
John Hull kicks this one away. High pinwheeling boot. Waving that arm for the fair catch is King Mack, the DB on special teams at about the 4-yard line. 25-yard line is where Ethan Grunkemeyer begins. 6 of his first 7 for 121 yards, a touchdown, no interceptions. They've run the ball 19 times for 133 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, they got to get it in gear here.
Have not forced a punt yet. And for the Huskers, that starting defensive line, Lenhart, Van Poppel. You have David Hufkin, Elijah Judy, Kate Petschok. So you got 5 defensive linemen in on 1st down and 10. Penn State 25 left to right. Navy blue tops, white pants, classic white helmets with a blue stripe down the center. Grunkemeyer takes the pistol, snap, twist, and a handoff for Katron Allen. Cut back lane over the center, zigzags up the right hash mark across the 30 to the 32. An inventive run of 7 yards on 1st down, 2nd and 3.
Yeah, so the counter punch right now for Penn State is Nebraska's going to overplay counter. They still need to attack pullers, but now look for the cutback because Nebraska will flow like crazy, given what happened in the first half.
Sierra Wright made the tackle. Penn State huddling up. A student section that is thin, most on Thanksgiving break. Some with their shirts off. Yeah, he's had a big night. Ball at the 32, 2nd and 3. 2 receivers stacked left. Shotgun snap, Grunkemeyer. Toss it out left on the toss pitch to Allen. Sweeps the edge, 1st down to midfield, or I should say to the 40-yard line as Shavers drives him down right at the 40, not before Penn State moves the chains, run of 8 yards.
Yeah, KC, you see what we're seeing, right? It's like motion, quick shift, foot race to the edge. See if we can't out-leverage this defense.
Some of those big offensive linemen getting on the edge. 2 preseason All-Americans on that offensive line. It returns 122 combined starts. 23-3 Penn State, approaching 90 seconds into the 3rd quarter. 2 receivers right, Andrew Rappelier with a receiving touchdown, first of his career, the motion man. Shotgun snap, Grunkemeyer. Back to throw, airs one out near right sideline, wide open is Pena at the 40 along the 35, and a run out of bounds by Deshaun Singleton, shy of the Husker 30-yard line, run out at the 31. Trevor Pena was wide open. 1st down, Penn State. Gain of 29 yards.
Yeah, another explosive for Penn State in the passing game. And look, it's not real fancy. Pena just running the corner route. Nebraska falls asleep on the action.
Yeah, closest man to him was Singleton. He was 10 yards off.
Yeah, that's communication. Right
Husker
there.
31. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Snap to Grunkemeyer. Handoff left, stretches to the outside as Allen has a seam. 25-20 along the sideline, ridden out by Deshaun Singleton at the 18-yard line. Virtually untouched before he ran 10 yards. He has 13 on 1st down. And he has now over 100.
Yeah, when the edge is set on the perimeter, you have got to defense that inside out. That's 2nd level. And actually, it's not... I always say crease or alley. That's a crease running safety. That's Watson, Trent, and Deshaun Singleton that have got to be there.
Katron Allen now over 1,000 yards on the season. He has 118. Ball at the 18-yard line of Nebraska, trailing 23-3. Opening drive of the 3rd quarter for Penn State. Out of the pistols, Grunkemeyer. Snap, twist, and a give for Allen up the middle. Keona Davis wrangles him up and twists him down at the 16. Sleds for 2 yards. Keona Davis coming off a big week a couple weeks ago against UCLA, made the stop. 6th play of the drive coming up. It's nearly traversed 60 yards. You mentioned, too, explosive plays. That's going to be the difference in this game. And boy, Penn State's won that battle.
Yeah, if like I said, if it's not about snaps, then it would be about explosives. And Penn State clearly winning that advantage.
Slot right, single man left, snap for the 15, free rusher is right, dump it over the middle as Trevor Pena made the catch on the drag. He's tripped up at the 10-yard line, just outside the 10. Marquess Watson Trent brings him down after a catch and run of 5, 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, so this is kind of getting into the nuances of fundamentals. If I'm a defensive coordinator and I'm John Butler and I like to put my D-line on the move, once I hit my fit, I have to get back vertical. You just can't get washed. And so I'm not sure if this is technique or scheme, but Nebraska has to make an adjustment in a hurry.
Staggered out of the right from the 10, 3rd and 2. 2 receivers left, snap, quick screen left, caught by Pena, wiggles his way inside the 5, outside the hash for the 1st down to the 3-yard line. Under center was Grunkemeyer. Whips his tunnel screen left. Pena made the catch on the hash marks and brought down at the ankles by Vincent Shavers at the 3, 1st and goal. any answers right now from Nebraska. Penn State looking for just their second Big Ten win. First here at home. First and goal from the 3. Staggered out of the left, Grunkemeyer under center. 2 receivers stacked right. Ross comes in motion right to left. Snap, give it to the first man through Allen. Powers over left guard in, touchdown. Fireworks shoot off at either end of Beaver Stadium. It's 29-3 Penn State with 10:07 to go in the third quarter. Right down the field to start the second half.
Not exactly the answer you're looking for, but you better buck up. Because right now, if you don't stand and fight, they will blow the doors off this thing and laugh while doing it. This is about pride now.
Katron Allen, 37th rushing touchdown. And have yet to force a punt. Penn State has scored on every single drive.
Yeah.
And they have now had touchdowns in 3 consecutive drives as Ryan Barker had 1 missed PAT. Tonight drives through the extra point. And it's 30-3. Penn State, 10:07 to go in the third quarter. It's Penn State 30 and Nebraska 3. So opening drive of the second half, and Penn State gets 6. At Noddle Companies, our roots run deep through Husker Nation, continuing to develop great places throughout our community. We're looking forward to another year of excellence in cheering on Husker football. 8 plays, 75 yards, just under 5 minutes. Penn State 30, Nebraska 3. 10:07 third quarter. This is Big Red Football.
It's more powerful than the legendary Husker option offense. More powerful than the black shirt defense. It's the sun, and you can harness its power with JTech Solar. JTech, the official solar energy experts of the Huskers, can help you shrink your energy bills and start saving money now. Solar power is clean, affordable, and it's dependable because the sun always shines on the Huskers. JTech Solar for your home, business, or agriculture energy needs. Visit jtechsolar.com.
You expect your home to protect everything you love, but you don't expect that water is the reason parts of your concrete have gotten so uneven. Walkway tripping hazards, sinking pool deck, cracked driveways are dangerous threats to everyone's safety. But there's one way to learn how your concrete can be lifted. A free home inspection from Groundworks. We put water back in its place. Get your free inspection at groundworks.com. License number C142293.
This is the commercial for Pioneer Seed Corn.
100 years ago, one seed changed everything. In 1926, Pioneer revolutionized farming with the first commercial production of hybrid corn. The one that started it all, the one that still turns heads, and the one that grows the future. This year, we celebrate a century of innovation. One big milestone made possible by one moment, one farmer, 100 seasons. See how it all began at pioneer.com/100.
Let's pause 15 seconds for station identification on the Huskers Radio Network.
.07 third quarter, Penn State 30 and Nebraska 3. Score update brought to you by Noddle Companies, creating thriving communities across Nebraska. Fans, Husker Nation travels well with the Lincoln Airport, the official airport of Husker Athletics, with convenient flights and hassle-free service. It's LNK for the win. Visit LincolnAirport.com. 3 consecutive drives for Penn State have ended in 6 no answers.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see if Nebraska can kind of weather the storm emotionally. They're kind of playing like a team that doesn't feel good about themselves, so it's almost like this kind of sulky feel. You got to toughen up here.
Next game coming up on Black Friday. Iowa will be in Lincoln for that annual rivalry game. Short kickoff from the 6. Barney has it outside the far right hash of the 10-15. Wiggles out right to the 20 and spun down shy of the 25 at about the 22. Takari Nelson, who was injured earlier, he's the one who comes in to make the tackle on special teams.
Not bad for a guy that stayed down for 6-7 minutes and kind of hobbled off the field. It's pretty good toughness.
First look at this offense here in the second half. You look at their drive chart in the first half. Turnover on downs, punt, field goal made, punt, and turnover on downs. And this was after a good start, right? You got the ball down to the 2-yard line. Couldn't convert on a 4th down and 1. And then Penn State set the tone with a 98-yard drive. Ball at the 23, right to left, slot left. Out of the gun, play fake. Latif reads the defender, rolls left, and takes a big punishing hit on Davian Collins. Shoulder padded chest hit of Latif at the 26-yard line, able to sweep to the left, patiently turn the corner for 3 yards.
Yeah, and that's pretty good. That's good toughness by Latif, but it's a little bit of fool's gold thinking that the quarterback run game is there. Penn State is playing with good leverage.
26 in Nebraska, 5 wide, 3 right, 2 to the left. Latif stomps that right foot, 4-man rush. Latif guns an out cut left, caught by Johnson, whose pop stays on his feet. And then Dominic DeLuca wrangles up number 21 and rips him down at the 30-yard line. Catch and short run of 4 yards. Brings up quickly a 3rd down and about 3.
Now, this are always tricky situations. It's 30-3. The game doesn't seem, quote-unquote, winnable, but you want to keep your guys in a position to be successful. Does that look like you're trying to win the game? That's why you get paid the big bucks. But Nebraska cannot get pass happy at this particular juncture.
3rd down and 3. Nebraska owned 30-yard line. Student section right behind them. 2 receivers right, tight end left. Shotgun snap Latif and whistle stop play, false start. Emmett Johnson was open in the flat too, a false start.
I don't understand why the whistle was so late though. See, that this is what I'm talking about in terms of what's actually happening in the game versus how you feel about yourself. This is an emotional toughness game. This isn't about physical toughness. You got to get out of your feels here a little bit and just play ball.
Backs it up now, 3rd down and 7 at the 25-yard line. Ref forgot to turn on his mic that time. Here, the penalty was on.
It's been a struggle all night, hasn't it?
Yeah. Ball near left hash, 3 receivers right, Lindenmeyer tight end left, Latif shotgun set, takes the low snap, all out blitz, slants it over the middle, he's got Key, and he's got a 1st down across the 35, at the 38-yard line, takes a hit by Davian Collins, moved the sticks, 12 yards, Medica 1st down.
Yeah, they're plenty capable. They are plenty capable, and I get it, right? Play fly, Homer Network, 30-3, but this is a better team than how they're playing.
On 37, 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Johnson angles left, tripped up by DeLuca, makes another tackle outside the left hash across the 40 at the 41. Johnson angling left for 4 yards, 2nd and 6.
Just stay in the moment. One play, the next play, then the next play. Don't rewind, and certainly don't fast forward.
7:40, clock turns in the 3rd. Penn State a 30-3 lead over Nebraska, scoring on their opening drive. 3 receivers bunch left, Key wide right, own 41, 2nd down and 6. Latif, low snap again, play action fake, drifts back to throw, zips one deep left sideline, incomplete. Quinn Clark fell down on his outbreaking route at the 40-yard line. There in coverage was Dayson Lane. And it's now quickly a 3rd and medium depth, a 3rd and 6.
Football is a funny game, isn't it? You get the good gain on 1st down and then completion on 2nd down, and then all of a sudden it's 3rd and medium when you think we won on 1st down.
Hunter, Barney, and Key, 3 receivers right. Lindenmeyer tight left. The tight end flexed off the line. Latif has Johnson right hip, own 41, 3rd and 6. Snap to Latif, 5-man pressure. Rolls right, still rolling, throws deep right sideline, backpedaling catch. Barney's got it. Tight window. Somehow he got it inside the 40 to the 37-yard line of Penn State.
Yeah, 3 points doesn't reflect it, but 14 is pretty good. All things considered.
Darius Dixon was on the coverage, had his back to the play. Dropped a dime. The 37-yard line in plus territory. 3 wide slot left. Shotgun corral from Latif. Handoff Johnson up the middle. Sleds between the hash marks to the 31. He's got 6 on 1st down. Under 7 to play in the 3rd. DeLuca on the tackle.
Yeah, see, I like this, right? It's 27, but you can't panic because you're still coaching. Play to your strengths.
31-yard line, 2nd and 4, 6.5 in the 3rd. Penn State's out of the 50. 4 wide, trips left. Johnson vacates left. Low snap Latif. Looks left. Hesitant throw left, and that air's incomplete at the 14. Hunter, I'm not sure who ran the wrong route or who threw the wrong route. Hunter cut off his route well short of where that ball landed, incomplete.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all. It's 3rd and 4. You live to fight another day. And you have 2 to make 4 anyway. No harm, no foul.
Latif, his 9th in completion, 12 of 21, trying to scratch his way to 100 yards passing. 3rd down and 4.
You know, you asked me last night, I thought the first one to throw 25 passes would be the loser.
3rd and 4. Snap to Latif and a handoff up the middle. Johnson flags down. Is this another false start?
So are they trying to anticipate the cadence, do you think?
Ron Snodgrass, our lead official.
The timing is off.
False start. Offense number 6 never got set.
That's what happened on the motion with Lindemeyer, too, on the block in the back. Sometimes, as a young quarterback, giving guys a chance to get lined up is part of the growth process.
Yeah, it was key. The motion man just never got set on the right side of the line. He was still moving. So now it sets up a 3rd down and about 9.
So much for 2 to make 4, right?
Penn State 36, down 30-3. 2 wide each way. Latif shotgun set. Johnson right hip. Snap. 4-man twist. Zips one low left, incomplete on the back shoulder. Hunter, the intended target, out to 31. 4th down and 9. Well, there's really no decision to be had here. You got to find a way to get this first down. So a 4th and 9 at the 36. Need about the 27. Of throws to Hunter that have been wayward from Latif. 4th down.
All right, you're going to get the short motion from Lindemeyer. You're going to get the crossing route between 2 and 6. Here we go.
2 wide left. Snap to Latif. Back to pass. Rusher comes. Steps up. He's hit. Latif is sacked. Brought down by Zane Durant at the line of scrimmage, the original line of scrimmage. Loses a yard and a turnover on downs. 0 of 3 tonight on 4th for Nebraska. They come up with no points. And that'll send us to a timeout. Nothing goes better with Husker sports than Fairbury. Fairbury premium quality hot dogs deliver the home game experience to your family and friends. Fairbury, the official hot dog of Husker Nation. So we'll step aside with a break in the action. 6:16 to go in the 3rd quarter. Penn State 30 and Nebraska 3. This is the Huskers Radio Network.
Being a Nebraska fan doesn't stop when the game ends. It's every day, all day, home or away. This is Kyle Crooks, the voice of the Huskers, telling you to level up with the new Husker Visa debit card, free with any FNBO checking account. Be one who lives it, one who proves it. Every time you pay with the Husker Visa debit card, only at FNBO, the bank of Husker Nation. Get yours today at FNBO.com/Huskers. One for the fans, one for you. Member FDIC.
I would have never had the chance to see my daughter become a doctor.
Because my mom wore her seatbelt that day, I get to hug her when I go home.
And then it clicked. Because I wore my seatbelt, I learned that one moment in time can change a person's life forever.
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
The day we were hit was the second to last day of our high school careers.
We were about to graduate as best friends together.
And then it clicked. Because we wore our seatbelt that day, we still get to experience life together.
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Nebraskans are choosing chiropractic for better health. Why chiropractic? Because it's safe, drug-free, and a cost-effective treatment option for back and joint pain. Plus, all generations can benefit from natural chiropractic care. Choose chiropractic first for pain relief or to improve your mobility, athletic performance, or overall wellness. Make chiropractic your first choice for better health and find a chiropractic physician near you at nebraskachiropractic.org. Get your life back with chiropractic.
Red
Defend your network like a champ with Hamilton Business Technologies. From end zones to endpoints, our cybersecurity solutions keep your business and your data protected from online threats. We offer real-time threat monitoring, advanced security protocols, and experts who monitor it all for you. You keep doing what you do best, and we will protect the rest. Hamilton Business Technologies, the official business IT partner of the Huskers. Visit us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
When TJ Lateef connected with Ja'Cory Barney along the right sideline for 22 yards, that was the Blue Cross Blue Shield pass of the game. For over 85 years, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska has backed every tackle, touchdown, and triumph. Blue believes in the Huskers, and Blue believes in you. 6:16, third quarter, 30-3. Penn State over Nebraska. Score update brought to you by Noddle Companies, creating thriving communities across Nebraska. I think Jay Noddle was down on the sideline.
Yeah,
tonight.
he was.
He's in town.
Got here about 2 o'clock, flew in, and I guess the big time it.
He was, said hello in Jess's microphone during one of the breaks in the pregame.
Oh, isn't that something?
Yeah, it's good to hear.
Not surprised. A couple substitutions out here.
Take a look at some of the personnel. A fourth down stop for Penn State. David Huffkin is on that defensive line. Look at some of the secondaries move along. Jacob Bowers at the linebacker spot. First down snap towards Grunkemeyer. Dumps a screen for Nick Singleton, who's popped by Deshaun Singleton. He'll lose a yard to about the 37-yard line.
This is a game right now. You look to see who's still playing hard. Justin Rhett in for Guthrie. You mentioned Bowers.
Justin Rhett out there.
So who's cheering? Who's a good teammate? Because in a short week, when you play a team that hates your guts, you better play the guys that want to be out there and are about emotional and mental toughness.
Penn State owned 37, up 30-3. Second and 11. 2 wide right, 2 tight ends right. Snap, handoff, Allen Engels off right tackle, and he's stuffed. Gets it to the 40-yard line. Will get about 3 yards, and it's a 3rd and 9.
Better, right? Point of attack, outside zone. They try to out-leverage you. Nebraska, there's no moral victories in a game that's going like this, but you're figuring out who you can go to bat with. 100% I can see what's going on.
Marquise Buford at one of the safeties with Justin Rhett. Sierra right at the nickel. Marshall and Jones at the corners. 3rd down and 8. Penn State 40. Ball near right hash. 3 receivers right. Pena the motion man to the far left. Grunkemeyer corrals the shotgun snap. 5-man push. Steps up. Free rusher. Explodes Grunkemeyer to the ground. It's Deshaun Singleton with the sack. That's the High Street first sack of the game. With that sack, High Street Insurance and Financial Services is helping Nebraska sack hunger. For every sack this season, High Street is donating $500 to the Food Bank of the Heartland. High Street Insurance and Financial Services is committed to helping communities see possible.
When you're a team that's young emotionally and trying to figure out how to do this thing called life in the game of college football, start with the guys that give you the best chance to win from an effort standpoint.
Snap back to Gabriel Wusu, the punter. First punt of the night. Sends one near right. Barney was back deep. Collects landfall at the 28. Flags down. Should be kick catch interference, possibly. Barney was disrupted as the long snapper is the one to touch that one down at the 25-yard line after a 45-yard punt. We'll see if this is kick catch interference of Barney.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team number 2. 15-yard penalty. First down. Timeout.
Tyler Duzansky, the long snapper, was the one to touch that one down. Kick catch interference by Randy Adrika for Penn State. So that'll help the starting field position for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. We'll step aside with a break in the action. 4:03 to go in this third quarter. And Penn State leads 30-3. Husker Nation travels well with the Lincoln Airport, the official airport of Husker Athletics, with convenient flights and hassle-free service. It's LNK for the win. Visit LincolnAirport.com. This is the Huskers Radio Network.
Flu season is here. Get your flu shot today at your local Hy-Vee pharmacy. It's easy, convenient, and no appointment is necessary. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, earn a 20-cent fuel saver. That's right, a 20-cent fuel saver. Get your flu shot when it's convenient for you. Schedule online or just stop by your Hy-Vee pharmacy. No appointment necessary. Help your family stay healthy. Get your flu shot and get a 20-cent fuel saver only at Hy-Vee. See store for details. Some restrictions apply.
In Nebraska, the good life means mornings that wait for you. A porch swing or a skyline view. Work that matters and time that's yours. Neighbors who wave. Hey there. Stars you can almost touch. A mortgage that makes sense. More space, more time, more life. Nebraska, the good life is calling. Are you ready to answer? Learn more about living in Nebraska at www.thegoodlifeiscalling.com.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
As the world's largest family-owned and operated manufacturer of grain storage, drying, and handling equipment, Sukup Manufacturing Company has led the way in innovation, offering top-quality products that empower farmers to thrive. Get ready to tackle your agricultural challenges with Sukup, where innovation meets reliability. Visit Sukup.com today to find a dealer near you.
Penn State 30, Nebraska 3. 4:03 left in the third quarter. Score update brought to you by Noddle Companies, creating thriving communities across Nebraska. Nice play from Deshaun Singleton to start that last defensive drive on the screen. That was the Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association hit of the game. Find a chiropractic physician in Nebraska. Visit nebraskachiropractic.org.
You want good senior leadership and a guy that could eventually play on Sundays. Watch Singleton play through adversity. He's one of these guys that you can rally around because he won't tuck his chin.
Had that sack, forced the punt. Kick catch interference puts the ball at the Nebraska 41. Latif out of the gun. Barney, the motion man left to right, takes a snap. Looks left, throw back to the near left on the wheel route. Drops it in the bucket for Emmett Johnson, who shoved out of bounds inside the 35-yard line. They'll say his foot hit the chalk just shy of the 35 at the 37 for a Medica first down. That's that wheel route we saw for a touchdown 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I think Jay-Z said it best. 99 problems and Latif ain't one. He's got a lot of upside.
Gain of 34. Here's Latif, shotgun set, takes the snap, handoff up the middle. Johnson plunges up the hash marks inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. Should say 22 yards on the last connection. Isaiah Mosey comes in at running back here for Nebraska, 2nd and 7 at the 34 of Penn State.
This is going to tell me a lot. I get it. You always want to win, and there's a lot of game left, so we're not going to be down in the daubers. But I want to see who's fighting. I want to see who's playing.
Offensive line remains the same. 34-yard line of Penn State, 2 wide right, 1 to the left. Barney motions right to left. Snap to Latif, dumps it left flat, and Barney he fell down in the natural grass of the 33. Couldn't keep his footing. Alex Tesh makes sure he stays down at the 34. Now a third down in about 6. Ja'Cory Barney, his 5th catch tonight.
So clearly you're in 4-down territory. You've got 2, KC to make 6.
3rd and 6. Snap for the pattern. Latif design rollout right. Looks. Now will tuck and run. Accelerate the sideline. 30 steps out of bounds. He should have a first down, and he does right at the sticks of the 27-yard line. Give him 6 on 3rd and 6.
They were baiting him early to take the QB run game. He didn't bite. When you see it, go get it. That's the evolution of a young quarterback.
1st and 10. Penn State 27. Nittany Lions a 30-3 lead. 2 left, 1 to the right is Dane Key. Vacuuming in the snap, Latif zips an out, cut right, bobbled and caught by Key, has a first down and tripped up off the initial contact. Darius Dixon trips up Key at the 15 for a Medica first, gain of 12. Almost had the end zone there after he broke the initial contact of Dixon. Got tripped up.
On the money and on time. Hop on his back.
Ball at the 15 of Penn State. Too tight right, 100 wide left. Snap to Lateef and a handoff over right guard. Johnson slips towards the numbers, popped up in the air and twists down to the 11-yard line. Will gain 4. Brought down on the play by Ty Blanding, the redshirt sophomore defensive tackle. Emmett Johnson 8 yards away from a 4th consecutive 100-yard rushing game. 2nd and 6 at the 11. Slot each way. Lindenmeyer short motion right. Snap back to Lateef. Looks right. Pressure comes. Spins out of it. Steps up. Lateef eyes downfield. Accelerates 10. Near left side 5. He's in. Touchdown Huskers.
He's pretty good.
Houdini, number 14, has 6. It's 30-9 with 55 seconds left in the third.
He is pretty good.
11 yards on the scramble.
Smooth as Malanta, right? Coat, sued the tummy. That's Lateef. Well done, young fella. Well done.
7 plays, 59 yards. 3rd career rushing touchdown for TJ Lateef.
Easy, right? Because we're with the home network. Nebraska's better than the score. They're the ones that need to understand that. This is about them.
All-State extra point from Kyle Kunanen. He's up and good into that net that reads All-State on the field goal post to our left. Hey, Husker fans, some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking All-State first. Visit allstate.com or call a local agent for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with All-State. That drive summary brought to you by Sapp Brothers. Power your operation with your partner in ag, Sapp Brothers. Also, fans, Pioneer, the one that started it all, the number 1 seed to beat, the one for you. Plant the 100th season of Pioneer. So 55 seconds to go in the third. The Huskers have hit pay dirt for the first time tonight and trail Penn State 30-10. We've seen a couple of dimes drop. We saw Lateef throw one down the right sideline to Barney, dropped it in a bucket on the wheel route to Emmett Johnson, and you're seeing that vision. Game slowing down a little bit here in this third quarter for TJ.
Right, second start on the road. This is State College. Now, you need your defense to get you a stop. At least make this thing interesting as you put yourself in a position to try to go into the fourth quarter. You're showing some signs. You've been willing to make some personnel changes. We'll see what happens going forward. But again, you're playing the long game while you're trying to get dubs in the short term. Right? So that's kind of the back and forth there.
Let me ask you this.
What's up?
Onside kick?
No. You don't. You can't get.
You're talking about playing the long game. That probably doesn't fit into.
Well, I understand the question though, and it's a good one. You're gonna try to pin them back and play defense.
Yeah.
It's
such a low percentage
game, and you got a chance to go try to get a stop.
Let's send it down to the Rob Seco sidelines. Here's Jess.
Well, guys, before that drive, we were talking about it in the commercial break, but I've just been so impressed with the way TJ's handled himself over here on the sideline, even though things were not going right. You never know. You would never know if you didn't know the score, what was going on in the game, the way TJ Lateef has handled himself. Not once, not an ounce of frustration, no matter what was going on. He would come back over, work with Dana Holgerson, Glenn Thomas. You could tell he's really trying to learn and grow and try to see things and then improve when it presents himself again. There was one time Holgerson challenged him, hey, you got to tuck that and go. And so then now I think you saw that on those 2 drives. It's just the way that he's handled it, even before that drive. I've just been really impressed with his demeanor down here on the sideline throughout this entire game.
Hey, Jess, much like you've been trying to fight through your sickness and the voice and all of that, do you see some fight in these guys? Because from our vantage point, it appears to be more about what Nebraska isn't doing than what Penn State is, but I don't want to just be accused of being on the Homer Network.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's especially for the defense. I said that in the first half. I think for the offense, they were seeing some things that they could improve upon and maybe take advantage of. For the defense, you could tell that they know that they're not playing their best game and continuing to try to challenge themselves. Hey, we got to pick it up. We got to pick it up. One play at a time, next play. Same messaging. It just hasn't always come to fruition, but got some juice after that last stop, so we'll see if it carries over here into this one.
Oh, fantastic.
Good stuff, Jess. John Holy ensuing kickoff from right to left. Soars through the Pennsylvania night. About 8 yards deep for a touchback over the head of Nick Singleton. 55 seconds to go in the third. It's now 30-10. How about a defensive takeaway here? That could really get the energy going and start thinking, okay, maybe we can make something of this in the fourth quarter.
And I'm telling you, Casey, like I'm not I'm not sitting on my hands here, nor should anybody else here. There's plenty of game left. And Grunkemeier's still a young quarterback. Keep playing and see what happens.
Katron Allen, meanwhile, he's 12 yards away from the Penn State all-time rushing record for yards. He's single back left of Grunkemeyer, own 25. 3 receivers left after Pena motions from right to left. Snap and a give to Allen over the center. Tunnels forward, met by Sierra Wright. Drives the pile. Boy, he's got 10 to the 35-yard line. How in the world did he get 10 out of that? He's now 2 yards away from the record.
Yeah, a lot of pushing, shoving, and a lot of surging. Nebraska's got to buck up, right? It's a game where Penn State feels like they smell blood in the water. You just can't let them eat.
Do have to run a play before the end of the third quarter, about a 4-second differential. And they'll say 2nd and inches. And he got right to about the first down marker, but short. Offensive lineman and a tight end shift right, 1 wide each way. Grunkemeyer pistol depth. Ross in orbit motion. They hand it off to Allen. Over left end, stiff arms Bauer turns the corner. He has the record 40. Flag down at the 45. The record might be taken away. There's a flag down at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, I think it's a face mask on the offense on the stiff arm. But, you know, both Rhett and Bowers have to make that play. That's what I'm talking about when I say it's not so much about Penn State as much as it is about Nebraska. Rhett's a free runner hitter. Got to make that play. Then Bowers has got to play with leverage, but you get a chance to do it again with the face mask.
Personal foul, face mask. Offense number 13, 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. The penalty will be enforced on the fourth quarter. That's the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, with all that talking I was doing, I'm glad I was right.
By the way, there's an injured Husker on the ground at the 42-yard line. So that'll back this thing up after the face mask, the hands to the face there on Bowers. Allen was turning the corner, and that's Elijah Judy. He could barely put any weight on one of his legs right now, a trainer on either arm. And that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. 247 total yards for the Huskers tonight through 3. And that is the Corn Board third quarter stat update. Nebraska corn farmers' legacy is built on hard work, dedication, and pride. Explore their stories at IamNebraskaCorn.com today. To the fourth we go. Penn State 30, Nebraska 10. This is Big Red Football.
This is your Nebraska State Treasurer here to let you know how you can tackle college savings with Nest 529 Education Savings. Nothing opens the door to big dreams like higher education. When your child's dreams start turning into real-world ambitions, you can be ready by enrolling in a Nest 529 account. With Nest 529, you can enjoy multiple tax benefits with a convenient, easy-to-manage account offering multiple investment options. Enroll today at nest529.com. It's the perfect game plan.
Dear weekend, Toyota trucks are raring to go. Gearing up for fall, Tundra is all in for hauling. Campers, ATVs, you know Tundra's got the muscle to move it. Going off the beaten path, Tacoma says, let's do this. With handling that tackles tough trails and the backbone to take you where the pavement can't. Both trucks pack sweet tech, posh cabins, and Toyota's legendary reliability. So whether it's a fishing trip at dawn, tailgate at noon, or a remote sunset at, well, sunset. These trucks are built to make every weekend epic. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, Baxter Toyota of Lincoln, Corwin Toyota of Bellevue, or Village Point Toyota of Omaha.
Welcome back to the Anchors Broadcast Center at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. I'm Matt Coatney. Time now for a scoreboard update brought to you by the Nebraska Lottery. Put away your sleigh. The Nebraska Lottery's Yuletide Ride promotion is back, and you could win a new SUV or $1,000. Just enter non-winning Merry Money Holiday Scratch tickets by January the 20th, 2026. Top prize odds vary by game. Congratulations to Husker Volleyball. They have clinched the Big Ten title, defeating and sweeping Indiana today, 25-19, 25-16, and 25-22 in Bloomington. In Big Ten football tonight At Camp Randall Stadium, an upset going on. 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Wisconsin leads number 21 Illinois 17-7. In other college football, at the half, number 20 Tennessee rolling all over Florida in the swamp, 31-0. And Stanford leads California 14-10. They are early in the third quarter. A mild surprise, LSU with a 7-3 lead over Western Kentucky at the half. It is 30-10. Penn State leading Nebraska. We go to the fourth quarter and back to Happy Valley and Kyle Crooks.
All right, thank you, Coat. Yeah, not great news tonight. 30-10, Penn State, start of the fourth quarter, but great news on the volleyball front. Congratulations, Danny Busboom Kelly, first year's head coach, and they have not lost yet. Doesn't look like they're going to lose anytime soon. They've won the Big Ten.
They're pretty good, aren't they?
Pretty darn good.
It's November 22nd, Casey, and the Big Ten is over.
Second and 16, 0-19 for Penn State. One wide each way. Andrew Rapelier, the tight end, settles as a wing right. Pistol snap Grunkemeyer. Off play action. Fades back to throw. Zips a spiral left. Caught. That's Kyron Hudson. Steps out of bounds well past the sticks. I mean, he was wide open at the 40-yard line of Penn State. A gain of 21.
Yeah, I don't understand how that little bend route is so wide open. Unless it's cover two on the backside. I'm going to have to take a better look at that, but I'm not sure what the miscommunication is between Donovan Jones and the top safety. He may have been coming on a pressure and thought Shavers was going to be in the flats.
First catch for Kyron Hudson. Penn State 41st and 10, up 30-10. Grunkemeyer, pistol snap, play action fake. Boots right, eyes downfield, tucks and runs. Steps to the 40 and gives himself up, slides down. Jacob Bauer brings him down at the 42. Little extra contact, draws some grumbles from the Penn State faithful. Second down and 8.
You nailed it with faithful, because those that are here are pretty faithful. This is a very thin crowd, and it hasn't mattered one iota.
Credit to those Husker fans that did make the trip. A lot of red here on the near side.
A ton of red.
Meanwhile, Katron Allen, he's 2 yards away from the rushing record here at Penn State. He's in the backfield as a single back right. Own 42, second and 8 for the Nittany Lions. Snap, handoff up the middle. Allen, he swarmed and brought down Jacob Bauer. Tears him down for no gain.
See, this is a downhill, hit it, split it kind of game. When I'm an offensive lineman and you see my face mask and I'm trying to get to second level, if I'm Nebraska defensive, I'm trying to split that thing. And that is Bauer's game. Credit to Nebraska, at least for some of the key substitutions in areas where they don't appear to be as enamored with how guys are playing.
Good sign, Elijah Judy's back in the game for the Huskers. Third down and 8, Penn State 42. 3 receivers near left. New quarterback in there, that is Liam Clifford. Takes a snap, handoff Allen. Wheels right, lunges forward. That should give him the Penn State rushing record. Out across the 45 to the 46. Gives him 4 yards, and that is your new record holder. Fourth down.
Correct. Punt it. Let's play ball.
So the applause you hear is for Katron Allen, who nobody in Penn State history has run for more yards. But that'll be the second punt forced by the Black Shirts tonight.
Hey, you got DJ Dozier, you've got Blair Thomas, you've got Kurt Warner. You have had a litany of Nittany Lions that Allen surpassed.
Oh, they fake it. Direct snap to the up man, angling left. Here's Luke Reynolds, 50, 45, 40. Left side numbers, 35. And he's chipped down by Barney at the 30-yard line. Direct snap to the up man, Luke Reynolds, the tight end on specials. And they're pulling out all the stops. First down, Penn State.
Yeah. We always say, right, they've got a marker and a dry erase board, too. You're up 20. You get caught formationally. You see it. You talk about it as a staff. You count numbers in the box. If, then, and that's what it was. They count numbers. If they line up like this, this is what we do.
11 and a half to go now. 30-10 Penn State. Clock continues to move. Allen has the new record, 140 yards tonight. He's the pistol back. 2 receivers right. Husker 28. Snap, play, action, fake. Grunkemeyer to throw. Looks right, parachutes one deep, front right side of the end zone. Pass interference. Pass incomplete. Jacob Bauer, he got a lot of jersey of Andrew Rapelier after he was beat. Probably didn't have to hold on to the jersey there. And that'll be a PI. About 3 yards deep in the end zone, down to our left.
For as physical and emotional as this game is, it's weird how so much of it boils down to not panicking.
First down.
Well, it's hard not to panic now if you're a Husker fan. 11:15 to go. And the ball will head to the 13-yard line, down 20 points. After a fake punt keeps this drive alive. Penn State with a win tonight will get to 5-6. The hope is for them they could win out, get to that 6th win for bowl eligibility. They'll have Rutgers next week at 2:30 p.m. That'll be at Rutgers. 1st and 10, Nebraska 13. Brunkemeyer corrals his shotgun snap, handoff. Allen patiently runs left slant to the 10-5. He's in. Touchdown. The Dagger with 11:10 to go.
By design. Let it play out. Get to the point of attack. Cut back.
13 yards makes it 36-10 Penn State. And Katron Allen now has his 2nd rushing touchdown of the night. So Singleton has 2, Allen has 2.
Really good patience by Allen. I hate to say that as a Nebraska fan.
Katron Allen, now 38 career touchdowns. Two of the best backs in the history of this program. Ryan Barker drills through the PAT, 37-10.
You're a baseball guy. B-Mac's a baseball guy. Is going for a fake punt up 20 the equivalent to stealing up 6?
Yeah, but got to defend it.
Right?
Yeah.
You got to make sure they stop it.
If you're Terry Smith, you probably ain't going to be here next year anyway, so you pull out all the stops.
Let them hang.
So, our score with 11:10 to go in the 4th quarter. Penn State 37 and Nebraska 10. We step aside with a break in the action. Fans Tonight's broadcast, sponsored in part by Currency, offering quick and easy lending for heavy equipment, trucks, and trailers. Visit gocurrency.com for details. This is Big Red Football.
That's my neighbor, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a very big mistake. Hey, Joe, I think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have your underground utilities parked before you start digging?
John, that's just for big projects.
Actually, it's for any digging project. Hey, congratulations, Joe. You found your electric line. Remember, safe digging always begins with a free call to 811. You want to borrow my phone, buddy?
Brought to you by Nebraska 811.
For almost 50 years, Sid Dillon Buick GMC Cadillac in Fremont has been more than just a dealership. We're a family dedicated to serving yours. Shop Nebraska's #1 volume Buick GMC dealer for the new car, truck, or SUV to fit your needs. We're also your GMC Business Elite dealer for commercial vehicles. Visit us at SidDillonBuickGMC.com. GMC, we are professional grade.
Noddle Companies proudly supports the Huskers Radio Network. As a full-service leader in commercial real estate, we create thriving communities. Discover what's new in the Builders District in North Downtown, Noddle Hospitality's latest venture in Exarban Village, and the contemporary living of row house townhomes on Leavenworth. We're welcoming world-class concepts from men's fashion and great eats to gorgeous homes and green spaces, all professionally managed by Noddle Services. These are the Noddle Companies, building a better Nebraska. For more information, check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Husker lineman Teddy Prohaska. Tune into the 5th quarter for the power play of the game. Powered by your local public power utility and Nebraska Public Power District.
Make sure you stay tuned to hear the power play of the night during the 5th quarter show, brought to you by your local public power utility and NPPD. 37-10. Penn State 11-10 remains in the 4th quarter. Kyle Crooks, two-time national champ Damon Benning, Jessica Cootie down on the sidelines. Ben McLaughlin with us as well, and he will anchor the start of our 5th quarter coverage. Matt Coatney will be along as well. Jessica Cootie will have Matt Rule in the postgame. Also, locker room reaction, Big Red reaction tonight. Matt Coatney, Jeremiah Searles will take your phone calls late into the night. So appreciate their hard work. And Josh Hilkeman, you have Russ Brown, Camden Cone back at our Acres Broadcast Center. Crossover season for them, so they're doing about 8 different sports at once. We appreciate their hard work, and Brandon Meyer as well, his hard work. We've had a lot of technical glitches and issues up in the booth, and he's been a big help to us tonight as well. Just 11:10 remaining in the fourth. Can Nebraska put some good things on tape? Coming up, Iowa next week as Gabriel Wosu drives this out of bounds, shy of the pylon near side left. Flag is down. Free kick out of bounds. This ball will go to the 35.
Now Nebraska in jeopardy. This is with 11 and some change to play. Have yet to give up over 400 total yards in a single game. Penn State at 397.
Kickoff out of bounds. Kicking team number 99.
The 181 passing for Penn State is probably the biggest surprise. I don't love the 216 rushing, but you knew they were going to commit to running it. It's the 181 via the air that I think has been the most troubling.
And the Huskers have only given up north of 200 pass yards once. That was at Maryland this year. Gave up 190 at UCLA. We do have a timeout on the field. We'll keep it here. But, that streak of 400 total yards for the opponent is in jeopardy. 397. Katron Allen, new record holder for rush yards in Penn State history, 153. Their star backs, Singleton and Allen, 4 total touchdowns between them. Emmett Johnson, an opportunity 8 yards away for his 4th consecutive 100-yard performance. And TJ Lateef has had some bright spots tonight, but it's been a night that's been mostly dampened and darkened by the performance of the Huskers.
Yeah. This did not meet the opportunity on the road, and now you're thinking to yourself, okay, a short week. Are we motivated? Are we going to stay kind of in our feels a little bit and let this game get us twice? Because you got an opponent coming to Lincoln on Black Friday who couldn't care less about how you feel. They're coming with an agenda.
In Iowa, they were able to
found a way again, didn't they?
That's sort of the Iowa way, ain't it?
17-3, and you score 17 unanswered with a walk-off field goal to win it.
It's the Iowa way.
Against Michigan State.
Care of your chinny chin chin. So the Iowa Hawkeyes.
And they couldn't care less, right? I mean, that's what they're built for.
A win is a win, and any year that you talk about that in college football, you don't apologize for wins. So they beat Michigan State today on their senior day on their home field, and the Huskers will have their senior day coming up on Friday, 11 a.m. kickoff. So what that means is Ben McLaughlin, David Benning will be on the air at 7 a.m. Central Time. For the Acres Broadcast Center, Damon's bringing the donuts and the bagels. How are bagels in Lincoln?
I wouldn't know. I tried one in State College, and it was just okay.
Yeah, we both went with the breakfast sandwich this morning.
I had it. They had the option to scoop out where they take the middle out, and it was still a little much for me.
Dinner last night, A+, Damon Benning. You did a good job. GG's, shout them out.
So good. So good. I'd like my grits a little creamier. Yeah. But my filet was sensational.
So the Huskers will have it 11-10 of the fourth, 37-10. If you have any idea why we're talking bagels right now, it's a 27-point game.
Yeah, well, we've seen too many in the quarters on the scoreboard for the Huskers.
It still is TJ Lateef, Emmett Johnson, single back right. Remember, EJ's 8 yards away from 100. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Ball right hash, own 35 after the kickoff out of bounds. Handoff on first down. Emmett Johnson, legs to the 39. He's got 4 yards. Starter still out there on defense for Penn State as Kemejau made the tackle, the defensive end for Penn State. It's a very good senior class celebrated in the pregame, as well as Drew Aller, the star quarterback, going down with an ankle injury earlier this year. 2nd and 6, zone 39. Snap 3 in the pattern. Lateef faces a 4-man rush. Zips one to Barney. Backpedaling catch across the 45 inside the 40, and he's wrangled up at the 30-yard line. Darius Dixon throws him down. Long connection to Barney. They'll mark him down at the Penn State 31.
Yeah, good ball. It's on time. Good hole throw.
30-yard gain to Ja'Cory Barney. That was Jessica Cootie's pick to click.
Yeah, he looks, she's looking pretty good right now.
Right hash, plus 31. Handoff Johnson bounces right, breaks off the initial ankle tackle, and popped down on the numbers by King Mack, the safety at the 28 of Penn State. Run of 3. Clock churns, under 10 to play, 37-10 Penn State.
Yeah, not the first time he called King Mack's name. He's played well tonight.
And a season high in snaps this year against Oregon. That big whiteout game that sort of sent this season into a spiral for Penn State. 2nd and 8, handoff Johnson. Lowers the shoulder, navigates to the 26, picks up 2 more. 3rd down and 5. Peeling himself off that pile as Emmett Johnson. That should put him over 100 on the night for a 4th consecutive game. 3rd down and 4, 26-yard line. Lateef shotgun set, 2 wide each way. Low snap, play action fake. Lateef lofts one over the middle. One-handed twisting catch. It's Johnson who tumbles down for a Medica first to the 19 between the hash marks. Move the sticks. And again, Lateef, chance to get him some confidence. These reps are so important down the stretch.
Yeah, and he's looked good doing it.
1st and 10, Penn State 19. 2 wide either side of the line. Snap holds it out on a give for Johnson. Again, that patiently jump-cutting move back and forth to the 17. Give him 2 yards. Maury Campbell, the outside linebacker, wrangles him up. 2nd and 8. Huskers with a loss will fall to 7-4. Even 4-4 in Big Ten play. Came in tied 4th in the Big Ten at 4-3. Penn State 17, 2nd and 8. Trips left, 2 receivers right. Lateef all alone in the backfield. Takes a snap, 4-man twisting rush. Slants one over the middle. He's got Johnson. Pinballs off 1. Keeps those legs churning. Wrestled down shy of a first at the 13 between the hashes. A little quick slant over the middle of 3 yards.
What's that make it, mathematician? About 4th and 1?
Should say 5. 3rd down and 3.
3.
Probably more 2 here.
Yeah, I'm off a whole down, so that just lets you know how discombobulated I am.
Mark it at the 12. Slot each way. Snap to Lateef. He climbs back to throw. Steps up. Runs. Middle of the field. 10. Takes a big hit. He has a first down at the 8-yard line. Amari Campbell with a thunderous impact of Lateef at the 8. Give him 5. First down.
Oh, welcome to the Big Ten on the road, young buck. Good shot. Lateef absorbs it. First down. Going to be under the 7-minute mark by the time this play's over.
That was King Mack who had the hit. Boy, it was an odd stumble down on the ground when Lateef got hit.
That's a good shot he took. When you want some help up from your guys, he's probably grimacing a little. It's a good shot he took.
Under 7 to play. 1st and goal from the 8. 3 wide left, 2 to the right. Low snap. 3-man push. Free rusher comes tonight. Dennis Sutton joins the party. There is a flag down. Lateef is sacked. And Dennis Sutton does the worm. That's his 6th sack of the year. He had 2 last week.
Yeah, all conference perennial selection preseason.
This a hold on Nebraska? There was a flag down.
Holding, offense, number 57.
Yeah.
Penalties decline. 2nd down.
They decline it. Take the results of the play, the sack for Dennis Sutton. Back across the 10 at the 13, make it the 14-yard line, so a loss of 6. 2nd and goal. That's the 3rd Penn State sack tonight. Emptied out. 2 wide left, Carter Nelson is wide right for the 14, 2nd and goal. Lateef claims the snap, looks left, pocket squeezing, backpedals, loss off his back foot, spirals out of bounds, front left pylon, incomplete. Denied Dennis Sutton again there with pressure, front side of Lateef. He got chipped, and then Corcoran was there to sort of deter him from the quarterback, but still was able to get there. 3rd and goal.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question. We do the math all the time, right? 2 to make 14.
3rd and goal, 14-yard line. runners wide left. Barney in the middle of the trips. Key slot left. Lindenmeyer tight right. Johnson left hip. Snap, Latif back to pass. Rusher comes out of the secondary. Rolls right. Eludes. Dennis Sutton curls the sideline. Steps out of bounds. Inside the 15. We'll mark him out at the 13-yard line. He curls the right edge for 1. 4th and goal.
See how that it's been kind of a theme of the night for Penn State. It looks like he has the running edge, and it's never what you think at the end of the play. Penn State has done a really good job with him on the perimeter.
4th and goal just outside the 12 and a half. So this has got to go to the end zone here. Hunter wide left, Barney slot left. Lindenmeyer slot right. Key is wide right. Johnson left hip, stomp for the snap. Latif back to throw, zips one back run to the end zone, sails it over the head of Dane Key, incomplete. Turnover on downs. On the coverage, Davian Collins. That'll bring us to a break. 5:46 to go, 4th quarter. Penn State makes a stand on defense. Huskers come up empty. Penn State 37, Nebraska 10. This is the Huskers Radio Network.
It's the Ford Black Friday Sell-a-thon, and it's go time with great deals across the Ford lineup. Get 0% APR, 0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days. Head to your Midwest Ford dealers during the Black Friday Sell-a-thon. Now get 0%, 0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days on select Ford vehicles. Hurry, and these value-driven offers end December 1st. Go to your Midwest Ford dealers today. Official vehicle of your Kansas City Chiefs, driven by value.
Flu season is here. Get your flu shot today at your local Hy-Vee pharmacy. It's easy, convenient, and no appointment is necessary. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, earn a 20-cent fuel saver. That's right, a 20-cent fuel saver. Get your flu shot when it's convenient for you. Schedule online or just stop by your Hy-Vee pharmacy. No appointment necessary. Help your family stay healthy. Get your flu shot and get a 20-cent fuel saver only at Hy-Vee. See store for details. Some restrictions apply.
Hey, college football fans. I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting in your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Let's pause 15 seconds for station identification on the Huskers Radio Network.
.46 fourth quarter. Penn State 37, Nebraska 10. Nittany Lions take over after a turnover on downs. Kyle Crooks, David Benning, Jessica Cootie. Ben McLaughlin anchors our fifth quarter coverage. Right after this one is complete, we'll get you Matt Rule at the podium. Matt Rule with Jessica Cootie. Also, Jess will be in the locker room for the locker room show. Get the reaction from the players. And Matt Coatney will have Big Red reaction with Jeremiah Searles tonight. So stick with us. Long night of reaction, and we'll hear from you late into the night. Brunkemeyer takes a snap, toss pitch right from the own 12-yard line, goes to Nick Singleton, traverses the edge, works the numbers to the 18-yard line, sweeping to the right on a gain of 6 yards. A lot of the familiar faces still out there for Nebraska and for Penn State. Nobody's really put in their second stringers quite yet.
I'd say Nebraska trying to figure out just a remedy to kind of what's going on. Tinkering with the personnel, 5 down versus 4 down. Boy, this is not going to be a really nice film study, I think, for Nebraska in terms of not just execution, but maybe to some degree, sometimes some effort.
Ball at the 18 of Penn State, own 18, 2nd and 4. Tight end either side of the line, pistol Grunkemeyer. Snap, will twist, give for Singleton, bounces right over the center, and backpedals near a first. He's got it to the 24-yard line, up the middle for 6. Riley Van Poppel there to drag down Singleton, is one rushing touchdown away from claiming the record to himself, passing Saquon Barkley. They both have 43 career touchdowns.
I tell you, Saquon Barkley following Emmett Johnson this week on social media. I wonder if it, I don't know, is that intimidation or
maybe
it, admiration?
That's possible.
Pretty cool nonetheless.
And Emmett, by the way, 103, so a 4th consecutive game for him, and a big 52-yard run on the first drive. 37-10, Penn State, own 24 for the Nittany Lions. Snap, Singleton runs left. He's twisted down by Marquess Watson Trent at the line of scrimmage. The 24, no gain. Is that a direct snap, B-Mac? I missed the initial snap. I'm not sure if that was a direct snap to Singleton or not. Nonetheless, we'll say he lost a yard. 2nd down and 11. And it's clear that they play for Terry Smith. Saw the emotion from him this week, interim head coach. I was talking to Noah Eagles calling the game on NBC earlier today, and he said he loves Terry Smith when they got in that production meeting.
Yeah, we talked to the long voice of the Nittany Lions and Steve Jones that said the same thing about Terry Smith. They love their coach.
Steve's known him for about 30 years. Snap and a give towards Allen, who ran past the blitz of Sierra Wright, who steamrolls up the gut to the 29. Will blister up the gut for 5. 3rd down and 5, 3:10 to go in the 4th. Penn State 37, Nebraska 10. So for the Huskers, since joining the Big Ten in this all-time series, it will be their 2nd loss against Penn State. They'll fall to 4-2 since joining the Big Ten against the Nittany Lions. The first meeting since 2020. 3rd and 5, Penn State 30. 3 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Snap, blitz comes, zone read handoff. Allen surges left. Jacob Bauer brings down Allen, who just moves forward over the tackle to the 31. Give him a yard, 4th down and 4.
He said the only thing that could negate the total number of snaps actually mattering would be explosives. And tonight we saw it rear its ugly head where Nebraska's had more snaps, but significantly more explosives given up on defense.
By the way, you mentioned it too. 415 for total yards. First time over 400 total yards given up by the Black Shirts this year. It comes in the second to last game. It should bring us to the 2-minute timeout before Penn State presumably will punt, but who knows? Up 37-10. This 2-minute timeout presented by your local Nebraska Kubota dealers, proud sponsors of Husker football. Find a local dealer at NebraskaKubotaDealers.com. We'll step aside with a break in the action. 2 minutes left, 4th quarter. Penn State 37, Nebraska 10. This is the Huskers Radio Network.
Being a Nebraska fan doesn't stop when the game ends. It's every day, all day, home or away. This is Kyle Crooks, the voice of the Huskers, telling you to level up with the new Husker Visa debit card, free with any FNBO checking account. Be one who lives it, one who proves it. Every time you pay with the Husker Visa debit card, only at FNBO, the bank of Husker Nation. Get yours today at FNBO.com/Huskers. One for the fans, one for you. Member FDIC.
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did? Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you.
See shelter agents Reed Duvall, Natalie Kerr, or Mike Shefford in Lincoln today.
At Woodhouse, it's more than just buying a car. It's about the experience. Our team is dedicated to making every visit seamless, enjoyable, and personalized to your needs. Explore a wide selection of vehicles, from SUVs and sedans to trucks and luxury models, all backed by expert guidance and exceptional service. Whether it's your first car or your next upgrade, discover why generations of drivers trust Woodhouse for a truly memorable experience. Visit us at woodhouse.com today.
12 seconds left in the 4th.
Jared has $300 down on a parlay. It's caught! It's caught! Unbelievable! A huge win for Jared, who's now losing his lunch all over the casino floor.
Does gambling disagree with you? Find free help and real hope through the Nebraska Gamblers Assistance Program at gamblingdisagreeswithyou.com.
Yeah, watch the left corner right here, Chip. That stain is not coming out.
Final 2 minutes here at Beaver Stadium. 37-10, Penn State over Nebraska. Can keep it here. Fifth quarter show coming up in 2 minutes of game time. Next week, 7 a.m. Central. Start to our coverage with Husker Game Day, final game of the regular season against the Iowa Hawkeyes. Kickoff a little past 11 a.m. Central on Senior Day at Memorial Stadium. And then once we know a bowl destination, we'll be on the air 4 hours prior to that as well. Of course, won't know that until early December. After all the conference championship games are done. Another busy day around college football. Matt Coatney will take you around that, the fifth quarter show. Watching some of those games earlier in the booth. Oregon, USC, that was the big game this week in the Big Ten. High-scoring affair in Eugene. Snap to Gabriel Wosu as Penn State punts this away. End-over-end punt to Barney. Collects landfall, works past him, and rolls out of bounds, angling near the 20. With a minute 53 to go. Get your thought, Damon, too, just a global question on college football, the college football playoff rankings. You all good on where kind of the committee sits right now in some of those?
Yeah, I am. I get that there's a lot of hand-wringing and consternation over Miami and Notre Dame being ahead of Miami. And listen, head-to-head's always going to matter, but that's when all things are being equal. Notre Dame has better wins than Miami has losses, so I'm okay there. The rest will play itself out. The key is to watch Michigan against Ohio State next week.
Some backups in for Penn State. Latif still at quarterback on 20. Single back left is Mosey. Snap fired back to Latif. Dumps the screen over the middle. It's Mosey. Surges up the middle over the 20 to the 23. Screen of 3 yards. Did see some Mekhi Nelson tonight. Had a couple of carries. Mostly Emmett Johnson. Latif has taken off 10 times. Ball to 24, 2nd and 6. Snap 3 in the pattern. Latif drifts back to throw. Pressure comes. Zips one deep right, incomplete. Deep cross route at the 40. It was Barney. Sails over his head out of bounds. 3rd and 6. I'll tell you what, this ain't a 4-win team, though. I mean, this talent's legit.
Yeah, it's a really talented football team. Talked a lot about it all week. They're significantly better than their record, but what people don't want to talk about when your record is what it is you don't make excuses.
Yep.
And this program will not make excuses, so you never heard the talent versus record thing really come into play here.
And in the end, it did cost James Franklin his job. Also, too, Nebraska's got to play better. This was not their night. Snap to Latif. Zips a slant over the middle. That's grabbed by Cortez Mills. He swung down at the 29 yards short of the first down. He'll get 5. 4th down and 1. Cortez Mills makes a catch. That's his 9th of the year. Has now just 2 catches in the last 6 games. 4th and 1. Own 29. Direct snap to Latif. Handoff Nelson. Angles left to the outside. Dominic DeLuca. He sledgehammers him down, but I think they gave him the first down out to the 30 left side. That'll be a Medica first down. The defense was on the field. They thought they got stopped.
Yeah. I was just waiting to see the waving of the sticks, right?
Far side official was pretty quick to move the sticks forward. 53 seconds now. Slot each way. Latif takes the belt tie snap, 4-man rush. Launches one deep left sideline for Keelan Smith. Sprawls out, can't make the catch of the 32. In coverage is Vabu Torre from Pleasantville, New Jersey, redshirt freshman.
Grunkemeyer on the night, 11 of 12.
Yeah.
That's surprising. I didn't think they'd throw it a ton, but the efficiency has got me a little miffed.
92% completion percentage. They'd have 1 touchdown toss. 2nd and 10. Nebraska 30. Two receivers each way. Latif corrals the snap. Rolls right. Sidearm slings one right. Caught by a crossing Carter Nelson. Spun down at the 38-yard line. His first catch since the Michigan State game. More than a month's time. He's about a yard and a half short of first down, 3rd and 2. Carter Nelson had that offseason hip surgery. Just never really got healthy and into the flow of everything this year.
Interesting, in a game like this, it's got the score differential that the time of possession is just 2 minutes.
Latif will throw and throws one high. Of a crossing Cortez Mills with the Penn State 45. 9 seconds to go. 4th down and 2. Elijah Pritchett's shaken up, by the way. He was sort of bent at the waist. Lick your wounds and get going on a short week.
Yeah, nobody's going to feel sorry for you.
It starts right away tomorrow with the film study and then move on. I'm sure this staff will say, we did our surgery on the tape, now it's time to move on. Still a chance to get an 8th win next week. Latif claims the snap, 3 in the pattern. Hit as he throws over the middle, incomplete behind a crossing. Mills had a deep in cut at the 45 of Penn State. 5 seconds to go. That's officially a turnover on downs. 5 seconds remain. One knee down to the natural grass, and that'll give Penn State a senior night victory. And Matt Rule in his homecoming, so one he would like to forget.
Yeah, one in which he was never excited about to begin with, so I won't put that on him. But I tell you what, Nebraska with a real short week. We'll see if it's good or bad. If it's me and I got kind of kicked in the teeth and I don't love my effort, which I don't think these guys will, I kind of want to line up and play it again, so we'll see how it manifests itself.
Hugs with Terry Smith and those seniors on the sideline. They love him, and, there are cries from the players for him to get the full-time job. Brunkemeyer will take the snap. A few steps forward, take a knee. Final seconds tick off on senior night. Penn State beats Nebraska. Fireworks shoot off here at Beaver Stadium. Final score, Penn State 37 and Nebraska 10. With the loss, the Huskers fall to 7-4, even 500, 4-4 in Big Ten play. Penn State closer to bowl eligibility at 5-6. Back-to-back wins for them. They're now 2-6 in conference. 5th quarter show comes up when you return here to State College, Pennsylvania. Again, final score, Nittany Lions 37, Huskers 10. This is the Huskers Radio Network.
Whether the morning grind hits hard, or you're in the car with hungry kids, or the midnight cravings kick in, Amigos Snack Wraps save the day. With crispy chicken and your choice of bold flavored sauces like ranch or buffalo ranch, Amigos has wrapped up the perfect anytime snack. And at just $2.99, they're easy on your wallet. Amigos is here for your next snack attack, bringing you the flavor. Snack happy with new chicken snack wraps at Amigos.
If there's one thing Nebraska's known for, it's our beef. And Nebraska soybeans feed a lot of them, and even more pigs and chickens.
I'm Jason Pinky, a farmer near Craig, Nebraska. Soybeans are vital for feeding our livestock, and they're also a powerhouse protein source for people worldwide. Our world needs protein, and Nebraska soybeans are making a difference.
From tailgate grills to global plates, farmers deliver affordable, nutritious protein to build muscle and energy for everyone. Nebraska soybeans, feeding, fueling, and innovating for the future.
In Nebraska, the good life means mornings that wait for you. A porch swing or a skyline view.